Hello, hello, hello. As I finish my stuff, which I always try to do. I try to do that beforehand, but, sometimes I'm a little slow. I'm a little on the slow end sometimes. So I do apologize for that. Let me see if we can get, at the very least, the, where is it? The Zelda BGM going, which I think it is right now, which is good. Let's make sure we also have this part going. And we should be good. Hello, 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 John Led, Dark Light. Yanis, Trash Bag, Grey Ghost, thank you all for being here. As always, do appreciate you being here. We have quite a few things to go over today. Quite a few. Yeah, a lot of stuff in regards to Nijisanji, of course. And one thing again about Fillian and things that are going on in their world. No, like I don't attribute malice to what can be contributed to stupidity. Don't attribute to malice what can be attributed to ignorance. That's pretty much what it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Trash Bag. Hello, loyal monster Wisamites. Here's what we're going to be doing. We are going to be starting off with this little snippet here. Snippets here and there. We're going to do it as efficiently as we can without rushing too much. Oh, there's a lot of lobotomite people doing stuff. Hello, hey though. That's actually kind of sounds funny. Meanwhile, though, I do need to take... I forgot to take my morning stuff. My morning, if you know what I mean. Morning meds. Morning medicine to keep me healthy. Because by my genetics, I was not given a lot of health. So I have modern medicine helping me out for my unhealthiness. That genetics was just like screw you, I'm gonna slap you in the face. And modern medicine was like, hey, take that slap back. And there we go. That's where I'm at right now. That's where we are right now. And that's fresh. There we go. Hello, T-Man. Hello, hello. Because it looks like Fillian has gotten herself into a bit of trouble. Trouble. But we're going to start off, of course, with some Nijisanji Summer Jam stuff. First... Here we go. Alright, let's start off. Hope everyone is having a good day today. Nijisanji promotes Summer Jam live. Illyris pen color is Bool. What do they mean by this? As we know, they are promoting that tomorrow, on July 6th, as of this writing, of course, tomorrow, they are going to be having a Summer Jam, July 6th. Waiting room is open. You can watch the entire Nijisanji EN Summer Jam 3D live free of charge on YouTube. Group 1 is July 6th. Group 2 is July 6th at 1800. So all those are there. And of course, Vox's Thingamadoobs is going to be on that day too, the 3D live. So what they're talking about is this. They messed up here. But of course, this is just... They work so hard for their talents. Of course, they work super hard for their talents, so they're never going to make a mistake like this. This is actually Nijisanji's... It's a lie. It's all here. It's all here. You can take a look at it from the actual source. They deleted the tweet and re-uploaded it with the correct spelling, which is what everyone does. Everyone does that. So that's what they had here. This is, you would have been able to see it if you were fast enough. That's their old one. And this is their new one with everything fixed. This is the guys. This is the girls. Of course, they had a intern do it originally. And everyone else, everyone can make mistakes. But the moment you call out Nijisanji's mistakes, a lot of people are like, a lot of the NDF are like, oh my god, it's a simple thing, they're human, blah, blah, blah. Yes, but you're so easy to call out Hololive mistakes, so I'm going to call out any mistake that's out there, Hololive or Nijisanji. And I'm going to be even and, hard on each and every one of them. Spell check icon during creation would have helped settle these minor mistakes. Where's the quality control? What are the pen lights for? Not like there's a place to swing it. Also, bul is slang, sometimes an insult, directed at white people in Indonesian. Ooh, bule probably is the thingy. But yeah, that's what we have for today on this one. Bule bule. Good day, Blastoid. Been a while. Been a bit. Not a huge while. It's been a bit, at least. Bet this will be S. Yes, it'll be shitty. Greetings from India. Hello, Valabesh. Thank you again for being here. Appreciate you. You as well. Hope you have a wonderful weekend ahead. And I'm going to be here during the weekend as well. With videos in the morning and afternoon. And, well, afternoon and evening. And in the Saturday and Sunday, it's all afternoon. When it comes to my my actual stuff, you know what I mean? So I have to, real quick, go here, because I have to send a, where are you? There you are. It's my brother's birthday. Let's see. Yeah, wanted to wish them a happy birthday. Let's see. Just sending the message now. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. Send it to them. New color, Mervin? Yes, a bule is a new color, yes. The drama which is going on about Fillian is actually reasonable, unlike any other personal drama about her. Yeah, this is actually reasonable. How do they misspell that? We don't put letters. Yeah, exactly. How do they misspell that? Well, they're Nijisanji, so of course they're going to misspell that. Thank you for wishing them a happy birthday. Really appreciate that. Now we're going to go over just some regular stuff. The exhibitor booths after hours. Let me see. I had shown before during regular business hours, which is around until 5 p.m., 4 or 5 p.m. for the regular days at Anime Expo when I've been there, unless they have like really late type stuff. Most of the stuff after 5 p.m. is considered after hours. There are some more 18 plus things that happen, like, you know, hentai watch-alongs, which is really strange, and other things like that that happen on the Anime Expo area. But here we have things on the anime floor. Here's the, of course, taking a look at everything. Hey, taking a look at what happens to Hololive. People just chilling out at the Hololive thing. Looking at holo graffiti in the background. Hologra. And just a place. Usually people use these places to like just congregate, just meet up, just kind of have, you know, a place to chill. And yeah, these things are happening here. People are, of course, recording when it's less loud, and they can actually do their whole media thing. They're doing all that kind of stuff, which is nothing wrong with that. Booth 2434, genre horror. You're suddenly trapped in a silent, empty space. Find library statues to get out. Their booth is a liminal space. It's a back doors. It's the back doors. The back rooms, I mean. The back rooms. It's the back rooms, goddammit. I ruined it. After looking and studying the situation, booth is a hallway withdrawing without saying it was. Based on the empty booth section, the needy staff was probably setting up, then got told since the concert was canceled to pack it up. Yeah, it could be. Could be that since the concert was canceled, they made it a lot simpler because they were having a lot of maybe concert merch, maybe a lot of concert advertisements, and they probably were told to pack some things up. Still can't believe there's no effort, not even minimal effort. The absence of the promotion for the Niji JP ones is noticeable. It really is. And this is what is wrong with Nijisanji, that they, even if you had this moment where you have, you know, things that aren't going so well, things that aren't going exactly as you planned it, you still do your best to make it look really nice for the people who are taking their time to show up and be there at your booth. It looks deserted because it is, pretty much. The meme of Goku and Vegeta fighting somewhere deserted, absolutely. Thank you for the best wishes, Valabesh. Thank you for that, for my brother. Thank you again. Chat wishes my brother a happy birthday. Appreciate it, guys. Really do. It looks deserted. Like I said, it looks deserted because it is deserted. Thank you again, Great Ghost and Trash Bag, for being there on the Twitch side. Really do appreciate it. I did just eat. I ate a child's food. I ate chicken nuggets. I ate some nuggies this morning. I ate some lovely nuggies this morning. You gotta love the nuggies. You gotta love the nuggies. And that's what I did. I ate some nuggies this morning. Alright. Let's go on with Super Chat earnings. The numbers, Mason. They make my head tingle. There we go. We're going with Nijisanji EN Super Chats from Nijisister earnings from June 2024. Iluna is, Etheria, Anna, Scarla, Iluna. Actually, June, doing pretty good. 16K. That's not bad at all. Luxium, 12K for Ike. Noctix, Alban, 10K. Iluna, 9K. XLA, Luxium, Iluna. Those are all the ones that look to be at the top. The Noth is still doing alright. I mean, considering. For Twisty and Roma, still having 2K for their first month is not bad. It's nothing to shake a stick at. Like, Illyra had that much for their month, and Luxium, Luca had as much for their month. The two people who are in trouble had as much for that month, and they're supposed to be a little bit more of the favorites. But still, I still find it bad that they, being the intro group, being a group that's barely started, to have such poor numbers. I'm pretty sure Justice had better numbers than that. I'm pretty sure they did. So that is the big issue there. That's the issue that I find. Poor Petra's getting basically nothing at this point. Also, look at effing funny how we're pretty much halfway through 2024 and Pomu's still Nijian's second highest earning talent despite literally graduating 1 month into the year. Petra only had a single stream on her channel in June, which partially explains the lower Super Chat earnings. Makes sense because yeah, Petra is way down here with 59 bucks. So yeah, it's having the females and things like that, having Pomu still being among the top right after Scarla because of when she graduated, she got a lot of money. So that makes sense on that end. Small suggestion, but could you make the gens have the same color? Also, some of the color combos really hard to read, black and purple. But yeah, Holy S Scarla is killing it. Yeah, that's one thing I would be more recognizable. OP isn't the OG poster, but yeah, Scarla is actually making good money, unlike the majority. And congratulations for Scarla, because Scarla is actually not involved in any drama. So I'm really happy that this is happening for her. I'm really glad that she's having a good time. And let's read what you guys are saying. Nijibu's looking like one of those abandoned shopping centers. Scarla continues to bring in the money. Absolutely. Pixel news. So far, Arisu Oshido deleted 3 streams. All 3 of them deleted before they even gone live. 2 get deleted the same day, apparently because of the thunderstorm. I checked the Twitter, no evidence of that. Okay. I have a playlist, which is all of her streams, and so far it's looking pretty bland that the streams deleted. The thing is, like you said, there could be something that happened. Maybe a copyright strike. You know, not a strike. Sometimes you have copyright concerns. People putting copyright claims on your stuff, which could cause issues with others. With people, doing like requests to take your stuff down. It's annoying. A lot of times, very annoying. It's a part of being a content creator that I don't like. Because it takes away from the desire to be, to do all these things. Let's go with Ryoma right now. Right now, we have Ryoma, who is made a tweet about Nijisanji convention. I don't know how to feel after reading this tweet, but yeah, whether he tried to keep optimistic or he truly genuinely despises how poorly Nijisanji made the booth on Anime Expo. Overall, Ryoma is doing well for his first convention experience. Here we go. It says, I hope everyone has a wonderful, fun, safe time at Anime Expo this weekend. It makes me so happy seeing photos from the Niji EN booth. Please keep sharing them. Denoth is on the mural, and I'm just so happy. Of course, he would be happy. Convention is so much fun, and they generally changed my life. I got into anime as an older adult and I was really self-conscious about what my family and friends would think about my new interest. I was embarrassed about the ones who did know, but I wanted to keep hidden about those who didn't know already. But my first convention experience changed all of that. Couldn't resist the urge any longer, so I bought a ticket to my local event and drove there by myself. I was so nervous, but all that fell away immediately as I was walking through the space, saw people with pure enjoying the things they loved, no hesitations, and no judgments toward each other. And it was people of all ages in groups by themselves. It made me realize that I didn't need to be ashamed or apologetic for liking the things that I liked. And that was the other people in my life would think didn't matter at all. I was there to enjoy the things that I liked, just like everyone else. Conventions really shifted my attitude in life, and I'm able to be a lot more straightforward with my passions and interests. I enjoy things to the fullest, and life is so much more fun now. Get out there, indulge in things you love, and don't let what anybody else thinks stop you from enjoying your time to the fullest. Now, everyone knows I have my qualms with Nijisanji. I'll take this as a fan of expos, a fan of the anime culture and VTuber culture, just going and enjoying themselves and doing something positive, saying something positive. I am not going to shit on someone's parade. I'm not going to S on someone's parade just because they're saying something positive. I'm not going to be that type of individual because I am not that type of individual overall. Leave him be. Dude is just doing his job. Last sentence sums up his thoughts. It might be his way of saying to Niji fans not to be afraid of loving things you enjoy. Let's face it, some Niji fans might have been afraid to be judged by going to their booth. I don't particularly know if there was harassment, but I doubt the VTuber community would resort to that in a physical event. Yeah, enjoy yourself. Whether you're a Nijisanji enjoyer, as I've said in my community, Nijisanji enjoyers are welcome as long as you have an objective mind and you are able to stay objective. You're welcome in my community. I don't care who your Oshi is. I'm not going to hate you for your Oshi. You can love who you want to love. You can enjoy who you want to enjoy in your own personal time. As long as you keep an open mind and an objective mind, you're very welcome in this community. And I definitely wanted to say that because there are people out there. 9 minutes, but wanted to say I'll see you when I get home. Yep. See you soon, Ami. Be careful. Be safe. Take care. Just be safe. Let's see. Kotoka making less than Twisty. Her career is done, sadly. I wish she got help sooner. Kappare-kun, stop beating up everybody. Similar to iShow Speed issue. Yeah, kind of that. I think that's what it's going to be. Copyright is a canon event for every content creator. It is. It's very canon for everybody. One of them is Helldivers, but I thought it got deleted. The other tenants, which she collabed with on stream, with usual was there, but no stream in general. So we have 3 POV, not 4. This guy was threatening by a gun. Kind of feels like it, yeah. Okay. Yes, good. I would of course like to know the news. T-Man, Gigalus escaped. Gosh darn it. No one is lucky nowadays when it comes to the freaking Pokemon community game. I don't watch Niji, watch Vshoujo and Hollow at times. I do the same. I don't really watch Niji anymore. When I did watch them, I watched them through clips, mostly, to be honest with you. So, and this is one thing I did want to cover. This is a bit of a short one, but is one that is very important in my mind. Do not ever go and do this to any liver, whether you like them, hate them, whatever. Do not go and do this. This is harassment. This can ruin their moment. This can ruin the moment of people who are there to enjoy them. I don't like Nijisanji. You know this already. But the livers are not to blame for what the management is doing. The management is dog water. It is holy crap, it's horrible. It's really horrible. But the livers themselves are not at fault for that. They're doing what they can to make their content just like I am. I treat them as regular VTubers unless they make mistakes like what Luca and Illyra has done. But do not go into a liver stream and say this. I hope you find your own home that isn't a sinking ship. Do not do this. This is the kind of stuff that gets you banned. This is the kind of stuff that will not get you any kind of like, yay, he did it. Unless it's like the people who are really, really bad in the community. Someone asked in a post a couple days ago why we don't be vocal about the boycott in chat. This is why. Just comes off as a harassment of talent causing harm to the boycott. And it tends to invoke the opposite reaction if noticed. It also doesn't achieve anything, literally. Yeah, this is harassment. YouTube has become Twitter, full of drama whores. Those people spamming that in streams don't really want the best for them. I'm not saying Niji is good. They're better off, without all the kind of stuff that's going on. But some people just want to have, want them leaving because it'll look bad for the company. They don't actually want the best for them. They just want Nijisanji to look bad. That is not me. I want the best for them. Do not ever do this. Again, Please don't do this to anybody. Outside of Vox and Allure, by the way, was the 4 of the Pixel Link talent, which are Minyu and Daya. Yeah, just don't go and do this stuff, please. It's just wrong. Now we're having Nijisanji is living in Holo fans' heads rent-free. Of course, this is Cope from this person here. Anyone wants to read more but can lose their brain cells with this, it's basically this person here doing some Cope things, talking about, I'm sorry, Crony, he's a new guy, he used to work on Nijisanji. We already told him that it's not how things work here, it won't happen again. People are just messing around. People want to S on Nijisanji because they want to S on Nijisanji. Of course, this is not Crony themselves, so they're not sending stuff to Crony themselves. This is a clipper. Remember, this is HoloSimp, which is a clipper. I mean, these people get blamed Nijiliver for one of their talents breaking NDA and getting terminated. This is on brand. The likes, though, it's just very small minority. Saw another comment saying Sony, Niji conspiracy against Holo, not giving them perms. Yeah, I don't think it's a conspiracy. This person, Octopus Food, is the one that's doing all this stuff. In this clip, Lap Plus talking about her income with Matsuri. Holo fans spreading lies and Niji living in their heads rent free. Let's see if this what they actually spread were lies. No secret that streamers who have consistent CVs and dedicated fans who buy their merch and send them supers are quite well off. But for every 10 streamers who are doing well, there are tens of thousands who are not making enough to get by. Glad that Hololive takes care of their talents, provides a distribution of income, unlike a certain 2% agency. It's not a lie. It's not a lie. Remember, this 2% thing is not a lie. It is something that Mr. himself verified when he was Mr. Rias. He verified that, yes, they only get 2% for regular merch. He even said, buy our voice packs instead. We get more money there. So that's not a lie. Out of curiosity, what 2% agency was that? It was a certain rainbow company. It's very true. It has been verified from ad revenue, memberships, and super chats. This is not true. This part is not true. They do 50% of super chats. Ad revenue, I'm pretty sure they get all of it. But any kind of monetary stuff that happens after the merch, it's 50%. So that's one thing that I do have to correct. It's not 2% for everything. It's 2% for merch, and then 50% for after YouTube's cut. They get 50% after the YouTube cut to the livers, and they get 50% for themselves. So that's just making sure that the truth is out there, you know? Seems like some false flagging. We're even Holo memes in their work Discord account dissing Nijisanji completely unprompted. When Niji livers do such things, how horrible. The irony, Twitter Chud only cries about Hololive 24/7, rent free, eh? So yeah, there's some things that were misunderstood, misinformation a little bit. So I corrected that. Other things which are very true, because merch, the 2% merch thing was verified by Mr. Rias. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well, X1 Daring. Doing well. This is why we trust Hololive. Also, remember, Hololive has base salary. Has a base salary for all of their talents. Every single talent that works under them has a base salary. It may not be the highest base salary, but they get a bare minimum. Even if they're off on medical leave, they get a bare minimum salary. Something that Nijisanji doesn't do. Nijisanji treats you as a full contractor, but wants to also treat you as an employee. It's very, very strange. Their yacht is sinking. It definitely is. And I'm all here for it. Not for mistreatment of the livers, but because it's making Riku sweat. I like seeing Riku sweat. Well, that sounds wrong. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. It's shush. You know what I mean. Wake up, guys. Sister made a new excuse again. We're talking about the Nijisisters. When will they learn? Maybe never. Posts like this always is a treat to me. They be keyboard warrior about AX when they are at home, enjoying Hex's boyfriend ASMR. Now, what are we talking about here? We're talking about this. Of course, I'm glad that they removed the name of the person so that they don't get harassed or stalked or attacked or anything like that. People thought they were going to be attacked if they attended. Hope this helps. This is a lie. I don't think anyone, especially at Anime Expo. I remember Anime Expo. You never even had, like, there were fandoms that are totally, they hate each other, but they never cause problems at Anime Expo. I've seen that. I've been there and seen that they don't hang out with each other. They don't go around each other, but they won't be hating on each other, you know? So there was no there was no issue with security. If there was an issue with security, you think Doki would have done this? You think they wouldn't? They would have been empty with Doki, because Doki's gotten threats. Doki's gotten a lot of issues too, in the sense of people disliking her because, you know, she's doing better. Like you can say that the Nijisisters were going to be doing something aggressive against Dokibird, but all she did is she made security stronger, made more staff to be there, and that was it. But yeah, it's empty because they didn't do anything to bring attention to their area. They did the bare minimum, and that's why it's empty. Also, someone already mentioned it in OP, but they can compare the amount of people going to active panels and events to a wall of art. And that's the thing. They were lazy. That's why it's empty. They were lazy. They did a wall of art. It was just, who's going to go and see a wall of art? Like, it's just super lazy stuff. Of course no one's going to go and see that. To be fair, she has a point. The other booths have way more stuff going on. But again, whose fault is that, Niji? It's Niji's fault that the booth doesn't have a lot going on. Circle jerking on Twitter equals strong as fan base. Exactly, they're going to circle jerk on Twitter. I'm glad that Niji's not an Niji fan anymore. A lot of people are glad that they're no longer Niji fans, because it's tiring to have to deal with people who are delusional. There's delusional people in every fan base, but it is good. They could just effing ask people. Now we go a little bit into the memes of of course, again, we're talking about the Nijisanji. The ball pit, which from DashCon, if I remember correctly, it was DashCon. I made a mistake last time of calling it like a furry convention, but no, it was DashCon. There's so much more going at the Nijisanji booth, and they have Vegeta and Goku fighting in the ball pit. That is hilarious. I love that. That is actually very good. And, you know, you have, you can camp in that area. There's so much space. You can even camp in there if you wanted to. It's amazing. Anonymous man, ayo, hello. Riku's bowl cut be getting VTubers acting up. God damn. Yeah, exactly. The bowl cut be getting people to act up, act a fool with the bowl cut. Now we're going into big issues. Now we're finally going into the big issue that a lot of people have been asking me, begging me to freaking in my DMs and stuff to cover. This is a huge problem for Fillian. They are, in essence, stealing art for commercial reasons. I don't think it is malicious, but they are doing it out of ignorance. Like, I do not attribute malice to malice what can be adequately explained by ignorance. I don't think she has an idea of the legal ramifications of doing this. Like I said, Fillian does not strike me as someone who's doing this intentionally. Just as someone who's like, oh, I'm using this, and then it just doesn't cross their mind that they have to get commercial permission for these things. You actually have to go to the artist, usually, and go and be like, okay, I want to use this for commercial reasons. Is there some kind of agreement we can come to? Because I want to use it for commercial stuff, like merch and things like that. And what is popping up is that Good Smile Company is now doing a Nendoroid for Fillian, because of course she's popular enough to do a Nendoroid. But the problem is, Jingo, the original creator of the model that Fillian model is a recolor of, states that they had no idea their design was being used commercially for Fillian's Nendoroid. And here we have their actual thing here. Here's a translated post that I'm going to read to you. Hello, I'm Jingo. This morning, we received many inquiries regarding the announcement made on Good Smile Company's account about the production of a Nendoroid figurine of the VTuber, Rindo, which is, you know, basically Fillian. I was currently traveling when I contacted you, so it was some time for me to find out the situation. Regarding the production of the VTuber Nendoroid figure based on Rindo, which is the recolor that Fillian did. I'm going to show you Rindo in a little bit. I was unable to receive any prior contact from Good Smile Company or the VTuber regarding production-related matters. From my perspective, I was very confused by the fact that a company was planning to produce a figurine based on my character, and that I had never heard anything about this. We have currently contacted Good Smile Company and the VTuber in question and are waiting for a response. This is not an individual issue, so it's going to take some time for everything to come together. Please be aware of this and be patient while we wait for the results. And this is in Korean here. I'm so sorry this happened to you. Oh geez, hopefully everything can be sorted out. I hope so too. Because like I said, I will not attribute to malice, but can easily be attributed to ignorance on Fillian's part. Good Smile Company should have done some double checking. They are an organization, but I'm pretty sure a lot of trust was put on Fillian to make sure that they were able to correctly, you know, make it, you know, purchasable and, you know, make it commercially viable. It looked up the license for the model. It says based on VN3 license, specifies further with this document in English version. It's basically according to the document, one is free to do a lot of stuff, streaming video content. However, merchandise, tangible goods is one of the things specifically stated to require contacting the creator. Most creators have that in their terms of service. What was the license in use with Fillian acquired the model, or has the licensing changed since then? Checking the booth page, it appears the license was changed to VN3 back in February 2023, but Fillian has been using the model since 2021, presumably attained it under different license condition. For what it's worth, the archived November 2021 booth page doesn't mention licensing conditions at that time. So I'll admit, I've been wondering for a while if Fillian hasn't had an original model commissioned. I wonder why. Like, she could have easily had one that maybe made a couple of different changes that, you know, would have made it commercially viable for her. According to this person, she's been aware of the issue for a while too. People have pointed out that her model being used for other stuff, and she acknowledges that she's using a pre-made model that can be licensed freely by other users. At this point, the model was very well known to be her in the West, and she's big enough. The best solution might have been coming to a settlement agreement that includes purchasing full commercial rights to the model. That is what a responsible person would have done. But again, like I said, no malice here. But here we go. The more explanation on how everything is going. Gutsma announced that they're going to be doing an Android. This is the recolor of Rindo, which is Fillian's model, but this is the original that Fillian used. It's a free-to-use model that she recolored herself. Everything there is Rindo. She has not changed anything from what it looks like. Even she still has a sailor uniform and everything. So this is very bad on her part. It looks very bad on her, whether it was done with malice or not. Model everyone can buy and use at the artist booth, but it's directly from the model's terms of use. And here it says she needed to contact the licensor to make merchandise. We went over this. You can read the terms of service here and find links. And of course, I went over what the person said, the actual person who created this said. And of course, down here, in a video game, she's been in a video game. She's had standees done of her. She's had things done from waifu cups. All these things out there. She's had other things pop out. She's been commercializing it for a long time. I don't know, like I said, maybe she was on another contract, but this does not look good for Fillian. She needs to fix this. Even if she was under another contract, the contract now states something different, which means that it's going to look very bad PR-wise. At the very least, to fix PR, she should change things. She should make it so that she purchases the rights, maybe compensates the person who made it originally more than she already has, you know, that type of thing, to make things, smooth things over, because this is not going to be good from a PR standpoint. Fillian should have commissioned a proper model years ago. She has more than enough money to do it. Fillian has Failington. A bit annoying, Niji do not have talents at the feature channels, unlike other agencies with other talents as featured channels. Very true. Or look for the announcement and click the channel. Hopefully things get fixed. Fillian uses a free-to-use model. That's why she's in a mobile game. That's the issue with her IP. Fillian should have resolved this ages ago. Fillian should have commissioned a proper model years ago. Very true. What's up, Gerard? Definitely an anonymous man. She knows for ages. At this time, she was using a model she doesn't own. She needs a new model. Bloody copyright. She really needs to fix this. Hope she will right the wrong. Of course, I hope she will right the wrong. But like I said, I will not attribute to malice what can easily be understood as a VTuber not having any fucking clue what's happening in their, you know, when it comes to things going on in commercial rights. You know what I mean? That's the big issue. Commercial rights is a big issue. Person who wants to get some kind of media needs to know the basics about copyright, especially if the main bit of her persona can be used by others. She really needs to fix it. I think she's going to write this wrong because she thinks she's part of Mythic Talent or something like that. So I think Mythic Talent is going to go in and fix this. Posture check. Doing the posture check. It's believable it's not malicious in her case. She's just that much of a dummy. Yes, that's the way I'm going to see it. I see it as her just being a dummy. Whether it be good or bad that she is a dummy, whether it you know, you guys can think about it, whether or not it's forgivable. I just find her as a bit of a dummy. Like, I would be that kind of dummy. I would argue negligence would be better term, Salvi. Yes. Negligence, yes. Negligence, what I'm using is the old philosopher thing. It's from Hanlon's Razor. It's a philosophical rule that says never attribute to malice which can be adequately explained by ignorance. So that's what I'm using there. I'm using Hanlon's razor. It would be weird to suddenly show an unfamiliar face on a product that is supposed to show Fillian. True, but easy way to fix this. Easy way to fix this a long time ago would have been like, look, I'm starting to do commercial stuff with this. Let me go back to the artist, talk to them, the artist that I got this from. Talk to them, be like, look, I'm starting to use this in commercial stuff. I want to be able to pay you royalties. How can we go about in doing this? Like, you don't have to pay them 50-50. You can go with like, look, I made this thing popular. We can go 2080, a 1090, whatever, but give them something. You know, give them something for commercial rights. Maybe in their thing, even 3070 wouldn't be bad because they still are. If it wasn't for you, it wouldn't be popular. But if you lost the rights to use that model, then you would no longer be you. You know what I mean? Did she thought the model using wasn't hers? I think she probably did. Weird to suddenly showing up from your face. Yes, it would. Maybe Fillian don't want to let this model go because let's be honest, it's iconic model of her. It is. So she was planning to use it commercially. He should have purchased it ages ago. Fillian knows she doesn't own the IP, but she's made it her own. Lots of people don't know what she seems to own. She doesn't seem to own it. Yeah, I had no clue she didn't own it. I thought it was something that she bought. I didn't know it was a free-to-use model. That's moving on. Of course, because we keep on moving on. Mark your calendars. Any Color's upcoming general meeting and shareholders will be placed on July 30th. I'm not going to do that voice again. I'm sorry. Same how the couple of days ago, maybe close to a week ago, we had Hololive doing their monthly shareholders meeting, their general shareholders meeting for the year. Their shareholders meeting is going to be done for Any Color on July 30th. It's going to be, please explain the loss of current concert cancellation. Please explain the EN performance. Please explain revised plan for overseas expansion. Please explain leave some big old shareholders. All these questions are probably going to be the things asked by them. Questions will raise doubts for long-term investors. If they're left, Any Color will lose support. Maybe they're doing short-term investing now. Then they'll make short-term investors disappoint. The stock will hit ground. I mean, it's already lowering quite a bit. Don't know if further information will be required, but you can send out pre-questions to them and see if they get answered. Is Riku one of those directors up for election? He's not. He's a CEO. He won't be up for re-election. Guess we'll find out in the future here. We can't hide unless he pulls the same trick NCSoft CEO did, claiming he's meeting elsewhere. Election of directors can audit or supervise anything. Is some show to elect investors on a toothless basis. Document sources, notice of the meeting. They're going to be doing their meeting, and let's see how this goes. It's not going to go well.
Rodrigo donated $5 through Super Chat. There's a funny clip where Fillian reveals she doesn't own the model because they used it for a mobile game.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, let's say that's true. Let's say that's very true. She doesn't own the model because they use it for a mobile game. Let's say she wasn't lying there. Why is she using it as Good Smile Company then? Why is she using it for Good Smile Company? That's the issue. If she knows she doesn't own the model, why is she allowing a company to use it for commercial reasons without going and actually talking to the model mama who worked hard to make this and is being nice enough to let you use it without like having to pay hundreds of dollars, you know? You bought your model? Well, that's crazy. Yeah, exactly. Like I made my model. And the ears and tail were made by someone else with the agreement that it's just an addition to my model. It's not, doesn't give them any commercial rights to my model. I keep all commercial rights. I mean, 100% of my commercial rights are my own because I made the base model. Everything except for the ears and the tail is something that I made myself. So I can do it commercially. Of course, when I do things commercially, I change the look of the model a bit, so it's not the direct model, just in case if there are any conflicts there. Thank you so much, Rodrigo, for the super chat. I forgot to thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat and the support. I appreciate it. Let's see, Sweet Baby 2. What happened with Fillian is that she's using a model that is not her own. It is this model, Rindo, which is a free-to-use model, and she's using it now for merchandise like the Nendoroid series. She used it for the Gamer Subs Cup, the GG. She's using it for other standees, for other models here, and basically, it's like she doesn't own the model fully, and she made that mistake of not actually getting the pure the pure model rights for it, because that's just dumb to not get the model rights. Now we have a bit of Doki news, as I always like to add some Doki news here, because Doki is doing a lot of winning, and we're always happy with them doing a lot of winning over here on the channel. You should go wish Doki a happy birthday. It was yesterday, by the way. That happy birthday was yesterday, because it was 17 hours ago. It was yesterday, July 4th, if I'm not mistaken. That was her birthday. So, happy belated birthday, happy late birthday to Dokibird. There was a lot going on yesterday, so I wasn't able to say it, but happy late birthday to Dokibird. And I read this in LGG's voice. Doki always says S like this and crack me up every time. What she's saying is, the waiting room is here. I can't believe an entire country is celebrating my birthday. Let's make some new goals to achieve together for next year. And of course, she's talking about the 4th of July, how everybody in the US is celebrating it. Fireworks were last night for Doki's birthday. Everybody was celebrating. There was freaking World War III with fireworks yesterday. Everyone was super happy that Dokibird had her birthday, and they were all celebrating it, of course. On to other parts of wonderful things. She's going to be having a Malaysian convention, Animangaki 2024, on 23rd to 25th of August. Doki World Tour is still on. Doki World Tour is still happening. She's still having her special guest appearance there. Malaysia, woo! Mines Convention Center, located at Selangor. Dang it. This person wasn't able to go. The fact that only big anime cons in KL have the power to attract big names like Doki. It's close to me, but the moment I hit the highway, the S feels further than expected because of traffic, of course. She's slowly cutting out of Nijisanji's mind share. I'm all for it. Yep, it started becoming her mind share, not the other stuff. And as more convention stuff related to Doki, we have the Hype Company booth with Dokibird is crowded at Anime Expo, of course, because she has, you know, her moment where she's, you know, having her chat with people that are there. She was there, of course, electronically. She wasn't there, I don't think. At least she didn't mention being there in person. She is in Canada, remember, and it's a long flight from Canada to Los Angeles from where she's at. She's like in Ontario, I believe, or something like that. She's, I think, on the West Coast. I remember mistaken. Either Ontario, West Coast, one of those places. And here we have her with everybody, you know, basically doing the happiness and all that kind of stuff. So you see a lot of happy faces there, a lot of happy people there. Good Smile Company, of course, wanting to celebrate Doki's birthday in style. The Hype booth and everything was big. I love it. I love it. I love the Hype and iBuyPower people. They're amazing for doing this for Doki. She deserves this and many more. There's one guy in the middle, looks like he's holding flame, like he's a firebender or something. Deserved, not so negligible. I need to see that now. Yeah, it looks like he's holding a flame like a firebender. Yeah, very true. Okay, yeah. That's kind of funny. Can that crowd fit Nijisanji's booth? Yes, but they chose not to. So yeah, you know, a little bit of good times for Dokibird. Let's read what you guys are saying. She said it multiple times. She was known by her by the most iconic moment would be when she said she cannot sue a mobile app which used the model for an ad, properly penning something stupid. Yeah, because it is a model she doesn't own. Screenshot of her tweeting about giving permissions to make fan merch of her and monetize it. So confusing. I doubt she doesn't know the copyright issues at all. She's acting like she owns the model, even though it's accessible to everyone. I thought she used the 3D girl parts as well. In my opinion, she has too many things going on. The issue must be she has less a priority and not become a top priority, because now it's gone out into the open. It's a top priority, like I said. I do not attribute to malice what can be explained with ignorance. Texas heat is killing me right now. Well, freaking the California heat is killing me too. Holy crap. How was your morning so far? It's pretty good, Dominic. A lot of news so far. A lot of stuff with Fillian happening. We're going to keep, giving you guys as much, as much as I can with the Fillian thing. And, everything with false ID, as I mentioned last night. Using your latest Model 2 in front of that Niji boost, right? Big W for Doki. Salvi, can you talk about your Discord rules for a bit? Doki always win. Discord rules are just general rules that I've put for Discord and pretty much everywhere else. Let's see. Do you have a specific issue with one of the rules? Basically basic things like don't use your place as a dating place. Don't use my server as a place to harass others, like other livers. Don't go in there and start, because there was one person that popped in that was all saying, calling people PDF files because they talk to underage people. so hot. Went out for ice cream run. It was on sale. My ears are leaking with wax due to the heat. Holy crap. Yeah, it's freaking crazy. No, yeah, don't use it as venting. Venting is meant only for things you find hard in life. Basically, the reason why the venting rules changed a little bit is because people started using venting for just, at some point, venting was starting to be used just for drama in general, like drama against other individuals. It was starting to be used as a meeting place for hate posting. Venting is meant to vent about situations that are happening to you. Venting is meant as a place for you to just let go of, you know, basically, like, let's say you didn't have a good day today at work. You didn't have a good day today because you felt like you weren't doing enough for yourself. You weren't doing enough for someone else. Someone's being an asshole to you. You're just having a down day. Not things like, well, I mean, even if people are mean to you, you can vent there. It's not meant for things like, oh, I think this person is a PDF file and you're venting there. No, you put that in drama. If you think that in drama, it's in drama. Someone's been adding Discord users to friend requests without, oh yeah, you know, you can't do that either. Report it to me specifically. You can friend request. You can do friend requests as long as you don't, cause I mean, it's free. You're free to request friends from anybody. They're free to deny you. What I do not approve of is sending unsolicited DMs. Unsolicited DMs are not allowed on the server. Friend requests can happen because anybody can friend request you on Discord. They can just search you up and friend request you. I might end up putting in like a DM request section for, you know, people to request DMs from people they want to chat with. And of course they can deny or accept if they want to. I might end up adding that section just to be kind of a little bit more, you know, I don't know. I'll figure that out. I'll have to figure that out because I might end up doing a DM request section because that has been a problem before with the DMs being requested when they shouldn't be. Now to move on, because I still have a lot to cover. NDF claims it's our fault. They have 3 accounts to stock antes. Now, this is a claim that I need proof for. Generally thought this was Nijisanji member at first because self-owned. Why would viewing content if it makes you depressed? You think it's someone else's fault you have 3 accounts to stock antes with? Unfortunately, I'm hooked into Nijisanji Twitter as an ex-fan, but you don't have to be. If my algorithm wasn't trash, I'd be delighted. Generally had to check if they were Niji or what. Yeah, they are. This person here is, of course, they redacted the name so that people don't go and try to harass or stalk the person as well. Drama, I don't know if it generally feels depressing that Niji fans have at least 3 accounts made with the sole reason of keeping tabs on antes, and yet fans of other agencies still insist it is the minority in their fan base that causes issues. It is a minority. If you have a fan base of 100,000 people and 100 of them are causing issues, or even 1,000 of them are causing issues, that's only 1%. That's 99% who aren't. It's still a loud minority, and it still shouldn't happen, but it is technically considered a minority. We wouldn't have hundreds worth of tweets of those accounts if they would just own up. We aren't telling them to control them. We just want them to admit they effed up and give us the long due apologies. There's no need for apologies when the liver themselves aren't the ones pushing for this. You know what I mean? If the liver itself isn't pushing for harassment, then the liver themselves do not have to apologize for harassment. The logic is so convoluted, I'm not even sure what they're saying. Why would you even stalk, bro? Just block them and go on with your life. Just like have a hobby. Could understand if their algorithm wasn't constantly showing them stuff like mine is, but like going out of your way to find people don't like keeping tabs of them. It's insane. Who the heck has 3 Twitter accounts? Even if they paid for it, it's too much, really. In truth, I have 2 myself back when they were small. I think I had a personal one which I removed. I only have 1 right now. I think I used to have 2, but I only have 1 right now. And here we have a continuation of the situation with false ID. Now adding Fillian to the list of a little bit of drama. So false ID was a nothing burger. They claimed that false ID was committing charity fraud because the numbers didn't add up. But you have to remember there's always a delay with numbers. Numbers can be up to 1 day delayed. They did it on Tiltify, which doesn't allow personal banking accounts to be used to receive funds. And it was a Tiltify connected directly to Gamers Outreach and directly to Summer Jam, which was the one where they're trying to get gaming stuff for people who are ill and in the hospital. That will be directly going to that bank account, so there's no way that False could have taken money. With how much misinformation this one keeps pushing, wouldn't this Nijisister get sued for libel? They could. They very well could. At this rate, they keep going. False ID could and even may have a case, considering they keep stalking them on Discord. They could have them removed from Twitter. At least these posts removed from Twitter, I think. False, by the way, is very much friends with Fillian and is signed to the same talent agency, which is Mythic Talent. Also part of turning a blind eye to the scam. It's not a scam. So don't expect transparent reporting from him on this. Mythic is the home for VTubers who care deeply about saying the R slur, take the joy in collaborating with alleged groomers and MAGA lawyers, and scam creators repeatedly, I guess. False also has stolen art from Niji fans in the past, so very much dislike him and posted on his timeline without credit. So there's that too. Here's the thing with art. If you are monetizing art, that's where you have an issue. But if you are using it, like for example, if you're using it for things in your timeline, which is they posted it publicly, they don't have any real recourse because you're not monetizing it. You're not selling their art as your own. You're not actually making any standees or anything like that. You're just reporting on it, which is what False does, what I do, what Rima does, what Kyo does, what those people do. They report on it. So that still falls under fair use. Why are you guys suddenly sharing NDF and Nijisister posts? Why give them the publicity and eyes? They're nobodies. You're just doing the work for them. Agreed, but also they did redact everything here, so someone would actually have to go searching hard to try to find it. Just let them drown in their own narratives and seethe. Yeah, I mean, they're already drowning in those narratives. Let them just do it. They really have nothing between this and the bagels schizo posting and drivel is crazy. Yeah, they're just doing crazy stuff. It's just I bring it to light because, you know, darkness and evil thrives in when they are not being put on the spotlight. They do thrive when the spotlight is not on them. And we'll just keep that spotlight on them as much as we can. Mint talk about the hellhole of Nijisanji. She definitely did. Lose half of their audience anyway, so Doki also keep winning because she have more freedom than the talents. Okay. Let's see. Doing bad things, I'm no longer shocked. If anyone is owed an apology, it's Nijisisters to Hololive for harassing Holo fans since the beginning. Nijisanji sisters for sure need to apologize for being a hypocrite. Smug Peko. Fillian's in trouble with the amount of haters she has. It's gonna be a riot. Absolutely. It's this one, actually, this one does have some teeth to it. The false ID one, the false ID where he, you know, they say that he was scamming people, that didn't have any teeth to it. This one of Fillian actually has teeth to grab onto. And the artist that did the model that Fillian is using, which she even said that she's free to use it, but not for commercial reasons, is and also that all those kind of rights can be revoked at any point in time with the artist unless you paid for commercial rights. If you're just taking commercial rights randomly, then yeah, you're gonna have an issue. Yeah, ramen, nice, T-Man, nice. I'm sorry for taking so long to see that. I apologize, T-Man. I missed her birthday. Yeah, you missed. I missed Doki's birthday, but the whole country celebrated it yesterday, so that's fine. Pokikachu, of course, Pokikachu. I got Roman, nice. Mano Alo graduation was a direct result of the actions of Nijisister. That's what I remember hearing as well. It was also Nijisisters who stirred up the pot on the tea incident. Also, I always hate when people watch and are not familiar with VTuber or the anime community and yet their opinion, even though we don't know S, like I have so many people on this and I don't know S. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people don't know anything about what's going on. Now, some more heartwarming Doki news among many things like you're mentioning. Like you see, I have maybe 5 more things left. You know, some things here. A little bit of heartwarming stuff with, you know, all the Fillian stuff that's been happening, all the Fillian things that have been occurring. It's a big stink in the VTuber community, the whole Fillian thing. I hope she gets that fixed. But I'll just say she was ignorant. She was negligent on that part. She just didn't have an idea of how that thing worked. But now let's go on to something heartwarming. It says, I have no doubt Doki wanted to make Clea happy with this achievement and being such a smile to my face. Go and give Clea congratulations. Clea is the one who I've been holding this in for so long, crying, shaking, throwing up. My dokibird design is going to be a Nendoroid. So Clea is the original designer of dokibird. This design of dokibird, of course. And it is now Good Smile Company. Of course, done the right way, with Good Smile Company talking to Clea and dokibird also talking to Clea for distribution rights, for commercial rights, paying them what they deserve for commercial rights. And I hope Fillian does that soon as well, if at least to make the PR stuff look better for her. I'm really glad for Clea. This is their whole thing here. Of course, give them a congratulations, because they worked hard on the dokibird outfit and the dokibird, the original dokibird look. Deserves it. Congrats, huge congrats. That's amazing. She's going to be so cute. So yeah, huge congratulations and a positive bit of things here. It's an iconic design now and deserves to be preserved as a Nendoroid. Looking forward to our next bounty hunter Nendoroid. Time to make Kamamai proud. Yeah, Kamemama. Basically the person that is the new designer. She wants to make them proud, which was the person who designed Selen. And of course, new things are going to happen and more wonderful things are going to happen. And I'm so very glad for this. This is something that I've always said. I've always been criticized, always. And I mean, you guys can criticize me however you want, and I'm fine with that. Is that I am, you know, a Hololive sympathizer, I'm a Hololive apologist, etc. No, the big difference between Hololive and Nijisanji, in my mind, is what it's saying here. They learn from their mistakes. There is the Mano Alo incident that happened. They learned from that. They protected their talents a lot more mentally, their mental states. The Yozora Mel incident way back in the day, way back in the early days, where she got stalked by management, by an actual manager. She got stalked by one of the managers. That manager was removed. Her expenses were paid for, you know, legal expenses and other things like that by Hololive. They later changed things where no one manager has that type of control to make people stay and go and be in places that they want them to be, that type of thing. Also, making a bit of disconnect between female livers and their managers to protect them from that kind of stuff. Rusia incident also got protected. The Hololive China incident, they removed the China branch and they made sure there were more protections in place to protect people like Kiryu Koko and Hachama from those type of big issues that they were happening. They have stronger protections on mods. They have more mods now. They do more protections to make sure there's not this huge anti-place. The antis don't have as much strength as they used to. There are many problems in Hololive, just like there are many problems in Nijisanji. The difference is basically like also the 20 days without response for game perms and management. I know that's going to get fixed. It may be a while, but especially since I held them responsible for that too, I marked them as that being a negative for them too. I got criticized for that even. It's just, I have to call everything out. I want to be objective in everything I do. I want to call it out because when you call it out, that gives them a chance to fix it. The issue is Nijisanji never seems to want to fix anything. Hololive goes and actually apologizes and tries to fix things. It's like, I won't defend the management, didn't respond for 20 days, but it is bad. We'll say the fact that they can complain on stream is a good standard because Nijisanji doesn't seem to let them complain on stream. Hololive, they can go and vent. Kiara vented about the 3D as well. Kiara vented about not getting her 3D concert quickly enough. There were others who vented about not getting their 3Ds quick enough. Things like that, but they get to vent on their channel and they do not get like sudden stealth suspension for doing that on their channel. That is a good move from Hololive. That is good things, even though I have a lot of criticisms for Hololive, just like I do for Nijisanji. It is good news that they do that. And here, because we have to put it there, there's a clip of Crony mentioning that she does trust her manager.
But I'm glad.
Basically, she's mentioning about people liking the voice pack and, you know, their manager, trusting the manager.
That you guys like the voice pack.
Oh? Look who we have here.
Version 2. If I knew that I was going to be featured for the key visual. It's okay. Maybe there's going to be another who am I kidding? But it's still nice, you know? Because I really, really want to be a part of a key visual.
That's always very nice to be a part of key visuals.
I'm really happy that I got featured. Yay! Yeah. I really want to be part of the key visual voice packs, and I was thinking, oh, it'd be really nice if I was featured. And yeah, thanks, Chroma. Chroma was very nice to, you know, make it happen. Yeah.
So yeah, She talked to her manager, she wanted a key visual, and she actually helped make it happen. And that is good to have that type of manager, you know, camaraderie, whatever you want to call it. Manager talent camaraderie, manager talent connection, communication. That's very good.
Yippee. Love. We got each other's back. It's good. Like, we may be working on different sides, but we're like rooting for each other.
That's
like,
good.
If Chroma comes up in conversations, I'd be like, nah, Chroma's not the kind of person to do that. Chroma, she's so good.
So she defends her manager because her manager's actually doing things to help her. And that's the way it should be. I wish it was like that in Nijisanji. Glad Mume chosen Hololive because she was so close to joining Nijisanji. She really was. Only thing I hate Hololive for is going back to China. Yeah, it's kind of a weird move. Holo's still investing in China. They didn't learn entirely. Hololive isn't going back to China. Hololive is bigger and has more control than before. They're not going back as big as they were. I think they're using an intermediary. Still kind of weird that they're doing the Bilibili thing, but you have to look at it from an investor standpoint. They said that they're doing things to protect their talents. I'm hoping it's true. We'll wait and see on the China thing. If they fuck up again, I'm going to criticize them again. That is my promise to you guys. If they F up again, and they do something entirely horrible again in China, and they have that type of stuff happening, I will very much so criticize them for what they do. You know what I mean? Don't forget to celebrate the graduation of Achan. Achan was a Nijisanji. They would never be rewarded for their hard work. Very true. Trial and error with Hololive. At least they learned. They aren't going to Bilibili. It's Bilibili crawling back to Hololive. Pretty true. Glad Mume chose Hololive. If anything, wish Doki joined Holo. But again, I think her indie status give her a lot more freedoms. It does. She has her own business right now. And she's doing really well because she's chosen good management. There are some weird things happening on Pixel Link official shop. One day, all of the figures and badges for the first and second gen just disappeared. That is kind of weird. And there's only voice packs left. That is kind of weird. It's not like they stopped updating. Chio birthday voice pack is there. I don't want another Coco situation. I don't either. Honestly, I don't. Just waiting for when Nero gets more merch and aunties come to complain about a computer getting better at their job than they are. Oh, Blastoid, you know that's going to happen. You know that's going to happen. Do have pin on research and have to make a wild opinion, which isn't guaranteed well. Total S against terrible allegations. Very proud for the dokibirds. I always hate it when people, they're not familiar with, see, okay, I already read that. Yeah, the Mano Alo graduation, I remember that. At C, it could be glitches. It's not like they stopped updating Chio's birthday. Basically, ever since Hololive left Bilibili, they left a void that was never filled. Very true, and a lot of money that Bilibili lost on, honestly. Yes, all hail Doki, of course, T-Man. Roboko-san is discharged from the hospital, so this is another thing. On a positive note, Roboko-san was in the hospital. I didn't cover it because I wanted to get more news on this whole thing. They are discharged from the hospital. We'll talk about the experience later. What ended up happening was, like they mentioned here, let's go to the Hololive one that has a little bit more information. Machine translation. Couldn't tell them because they have a date for when I would be discharged, but I was hospitalized for about a week after being taken in by an ambulance. Now that I'm feeling better, I want to talk about that time. This time, it's noon. Wake up. The most difficult question I get in an ambulance is, do you know what day it is today? I also feel very hot. Several days ago, she had a fever of 104 degrees Fahrenheit. That is dangerous for the human brain. She is a robot in VTuber world, but in ambulance, she is a human brain, and that's overheating. That is overheating for her. That is not good. 39.9C reminds me of old unpleasant days. Like, I've had a fever this high, and it makes you hallucinate. It makes you see things because your brain is quite literally cooking. So it makes you hallucinate. I remember I was up to like 104.4, 105. Yeah, we had to cool that down very fast. We did everything we could to cool it down. Hospitalized for a week. Went in for an oil change. Check engine light came on. Running with the Roboco theme, yes. Isn't like the second or third time Roboco has been taken to the hospital via ambulance. I hope she's doing all right. Yeah, it seems to recall the most time. She almost passed out in the bath earlier. Hope they're not related and she finds the cause. Like, I hope that she finds the cause for what's happening. Just a little bit of update on what's happening with Roboco. Showing the Hololive stuff just from the Hololive section. Before we had, coverage of all the other ones, Vishojo, Dokibird, Nijisanji, which was empty. We have more photos from Hololive, Holostars, etc. booths. This is the look of everything. This is Hololive. Look at all these people. Very happy there. You have Holos, you know, more Holo Stars and stuff. They're all there happy there too. This looks like it was later in the day maybe. This is in Kentia Hall, their main hall. And there is the Dokibird stuff. And there is Nijisanji, of course, being empty. They have standees. They have other things like that. People, of course, they have staff. As you can see, there's staff around, making sure that people don't touch things, don't do things wrong. But we're focusing more on these two, which is when you have a group of people that you help feel like a community, you help feel like you care about them. Even if you're just putting on a face as a mega corporation, you help them feel like they matter. This is what happens. You get people that are dedicated to you and people that are there ready to be there for you. You know, to be there and support you and everything like that. So that is always good. People brought their pen lights because this was a concert. I believe it was Zetia or someone else. Zeta. Or, you know, there was someone doing a concert in the background. It looks like Zeta, possibly. So they had that as a small event, and that's why you had people with pen lights. Yo, that place is packed out. Holy S, yes. Kurosanji booth looks like that. It's barren. Always stay hydrated for hot days in the current year. Exactly. Ever since Hololive left Bilibili, left the void. Heat stroke. It could be heat stroke because it's very hot right now. It's very hot in the Pacific. Can someone give me a TLDR about the Coco situation? Wasn't in the VTuber hole at the time. Watched a small VTuber. Okay, real quick about the Coco situation. I'll give you as best TR that I can. TLDR. Taiwan is its own country according to the West. According to China, Taiwan is a rogue province. West Taiwan, or China, believes it's a rogue province that is going to be unified under the One China policy. Now, YouTube gives you data on statistics on your spread on different countries. Hachama, on the day before the whole big Kitty Coco incident, Hachama took out her demographics and was like showing country by country how much percentage she has. One of the countries that is available to be seen in demographics is Taiwan. Now, at this point in time, Hololive had Hololive China, which was its own separate entity in China. It was its own branch for Chinese people because they were trying to get into the Chinese market. They had their own headquarters in China and all that kind of stuff. So the Chinese audience was very much looking at Hololive at this point. Now, according to Japan, Taiwan is also its own country. Hachama did that, angered some Bilibili fans, angered some Chinese fans, but they said, okay, that's fine. She didn't know. She was ignorant. Hideo Coco, on the other hand, is very Western-based, was very Western-based when she was a part of Hololive, and got a lot of hate from China because of that. And she did the same thing that Hachama did. The difference is, Hachama was seen as being ignorant, Hideo Coco was seen as doing it intentionally, Hideo Coco was seen as doing it to anger fans, to get people angry, and get people annoyed at what was happening. So that is the difference. They got humongous amounts of hate, so much so that Artia, a part of Hololive China, Artia was being basically a turncoat. She was on one side saying, don't harass, and on the other side, on her personal account, she was harassing Hololive, and she was pushing the Chinese anti thing. So that ended up happening. Big stink happened. They were quote unquote suspended for a month, but they weren't really. It was more of a vacation for a month to make sure, or a couple of weeks, in order to make sure things died down. Things didn't die down. Hideo Coco wanted to move on. Hachama wanted to move on. They did do their own things. They got a bunch of hatred from Chinese fans where they were actually creating like whole big groups to do things and cause hate, to the point where Hideo Coco was just had enough and she graduated. That's the whole Hideo Coco incident. Hololive realized they messed up. Hololive mentioned that they messed up. I believe Yago, the CEO, took 1 month of no pay for that. He himself said, I am not going to receive pay for a month as my way of apologizing for this whole situation. We are going to make things better. They did make things better. They made it so that it was members only and many things, subscribers only. And they also put a lot of banned words. They put more moderation in it. Did everything they could to protect it, but they themselves admitted they didn't protect their talents enough and they were going to do better, and they have done better. So that is the main thing on Hideo Coco. It says Coco graduated because something that's going on with Taiwan and China, similar to John Cena situation. Called Taiwan a country. YouTube can only access by China via VPN. My God, Elizabeth is doing a lot of unarchived karaoke streams. She is. It's spammed her chat. Pretty sure there are more in-depth video about it somewhere on YouTube. Yeah, there is. There's definitely ones. Yeah, I was there on the Coco stream. Oof, man, politics always ruin things. Like, it's to the point where freaking Kiryu Coco cried, and so did Hachama. Hachama, one thing that always gets me and always gets me emotional is I remember Hachama a year after Kiryu Coco graduated. She, and actually, fuck it, it's, I'm just gonna put this in here because, going and just showing, Hachama blames herself. Right here. Right here.
載せなければ何もなかったのにってずっと思っててずっと思っててでも言えなくてそのこと言ったらさなんでさあーちゃまはなんでさ今も活動してるのって本当にすごい思ってそれなのにさ飛龍会のみんなはさあーちゃまのことさ責めたりしてない
The Kiryukai are the people who support Kiryu Coco. They are the fan base of Kiryu Coco. She heavily blamed herself for the things that happened because she was the first one to say it. Like I said, she was the first one to do that. She blamed herself. Coco never blamed her. Coco told her it's not your fault. Coco told her, do not go and blame yourself. Do not think that this is your responsibility. This isn't. This is people being evil. This is people being mean. This is not you. So much so did Coco want to show that, and of course, the song that's playing is Good Morning Mother Effers, which is the graduation song that Kiryu Coco made. That they gave her her own original song, and Hachama always blamed herself. She still does to this day, blame herself for things that happened, and it sucks.
しっかり卒業も受け止めて前に進んでてあーちゃまは今日までずっとまだ受け止めきれなくてでももう1年も終わっちゃうしこの曲聴くと会長が背中を押してくれてる気がしてだから頑張ろうって
She is. She wants Hachama to do her best.
そもそも会長がいなかったらはーちゃまなんていなかったし会長が新人デビューした時は英語ペラペラだしそこをシュッとして悔しくて絶対負けないって思ってライバル視しててそれでいつか超えてやるって思ってたのに卒業しちゃうしそれが会長が選んだ道なんだったらはーちゃまは尊重したいしはーちゃまもそろそろ前に進まなきゃなってだから更生します引退は絶対しないこれで本当にはーちゃまもさ引退しちゃったらさそれこそ悔しいじゃん
It
嫌
would.
われることもあるかもしれないしいろんな敵を作っちゃうかもしれないけど会長みたいに全部受け止めて全部吹き飛ばせるぐらい強くなってみせる世界一のアイドル目指すぜ夢を諦めんな
And just a reminder, it was this day, I believe, 3 years ago, that it was on July 1st, 3 years ago, that Kiryu Coco now known as Kei-san, graduated from Hololive. July 1st is a day that will always be remembered. For me, as I'm a Kiryu-kai, that was a day that Kiryu Koko graduated because she had enough of that and she wanted to move and have her own path. Now, I will say, like I said before, Kiryu Koko Kei-san is still in contact with Hachama, still pushes Hachama forward, still talks to her, gives her, you know, the positivity. And remember, when Kiryu Koko graduated, she passed on the torch to Hachama for the official Hololive meme review. The official Hololive meme review that Kiryu Koko did, she passed it on to Hachama. Hachama is the official holder of it. She's the one that she passed it off to. Bilibili is crawling back to Hololive, yes. I hope that nothing bad happens to them. Hologirl started modding their long-time viewers because Koko scandal. Hachama blames herself because she, along with many others, believe Kiryu Koko did that to shield Hachama and redirect the Chinese to herself. Because she did. She made sure that she got all the hatred. She pushed the hatred. It affected her. She cried a couple of times in membership streams because of the situation. Koko did. It did affect her. Kiryu Koko never apologized to China, as far as I know. Politics does always ruin things. It's still a sad day for July 1st, for it being Kiryu Koko's 3 years of graduating. It's crazy that it's been 3 years. It is very crazy that it's been 3 years. Hololive, but Hololive doesn't need Bilibili, so Hololive can decide in terms. Exactly. But I just wanted to mention this because some people were wondering what had happened to the Kiryu Koko incident. While I'm talking to you guys, I am going to turn on my AC because holy crap, it's hot in my room again. It's 85 degrees again. Nope, it's more. It's actually 87 degrees. Holy crap. Gotta turn on my AC. My room is officially a freaking sauna up in here. And you have to remember, there's a couple things that happen. Besides my room being a sauna, of course, you have the ambient temperature, which is around 85 degrees, 85 to 87. Then you have the actual temperature in front of my computer, which is in the near 100 degrees, because my computer is shooting 120 degree heat out onto my face. It's freaking doing that. And it's throwing that into the room. So that is definitely a thing that, that's going on. So yeah. Do people really think Yago is such an idiot that they would go blindly back into China? Not after what happened last time. I mean, I can understand them wanting to spread into China. Like I said, companies will do what companies are going to do. They're going to go out and try to do their best, you know, to help investors in this case. The sun is definitely cooking us alive. Now, let's move on to more news. I'm trying to finish this before 1 hour and 30 minutes. Hopefully I'll be able to. Again, don't ever do this. This is not welcome in any community. Do not go and harass an artist just because they are a fan of Nijisanji. Do not go harass fans of Nijisanji. Do not go harass fans of anybody, whether fans of Doki, Nijisanji, whoever. Why do people do this? Harass an artist who specializes in wiggle emote designs while they no longer support Niji and only just want to clear out the remaining Niji merch. So somebody spent money in my Etsy store to leave a review. Okay, I guess. Dokibird wiggle, moving fidget toy, hard enamel. Creator supports the abusers and homophobes, I guess. What the heck? What? Who is it? Who's a phobe? Who the heck is a phobe? Last comment on the situation. I have no ill will towards any of the talents and Niji, and I'm forever grateful to the wiggles I made for them. Gave so many opportunities. I stopped supporting them after seeing how unprofessional the corp itself was, and I decided to halt all future production of Niji-related merch a while ago. For those interested in grabbing anything, the prices are permanently staying low until sold out, so I can make the production money back. But there will be no restock. As for the review itself, I'm working on getting it removed if possible, but if not, it's okay, and then I'll work extra hard to make sure any of my actual clients keep being 100% satisfied. This is your reminder to leave nice review if you buy on Etsy and you're happy with your order. It helps more than you think. It's because people legitimately don't think. Seriously, how dumb do you have to be to pull off a stunt like this while also not thinking about why the seller It's clearing out stock. I'm sorry to the seller for facing this harassment, and to others who have been in the same boat recently. Yeah, we fight against harassers and intolerant people by harassing others and have zero tolerance. That'll show them how these people function. Source here, and the culprit is, damn, this person is just actually crazy insane. You spent money just to leave the hate review? That's something alright. So this person here, it's Flipsy. Someone mad they caught a block? Never mind, I don't feel so bad anymore. Oh god, it was Flipsy. Oh god, it was Flipsy. Flipsy, come on, man. If it was you, dear lordy, man, just chill. Thought Flipsy is a Nijisanji auntie? Of course it's effing Flipsy. Don't think any side of her. Glad people are calling this out. Too many people in the past seen to write idiots attacking livers or people who still enjoy Nijisanji as secret Nijisisters or NDF. While most of the sub agrees that attacking people is harassment and just plain wrong, there will always be a minority of people doing it. Of course, there's always the vocal minority who are just a-holes. And I don't support that. I never have, never will. People are worrying about cover in China. They're indirectly saying they don't trust Yago. 87 degrees, it's an everyday thing where I come from. No, of course. 87 degrees ain't bad, but that's why I have... If I have an AC, I'm not going to let myself be in 87 degree weather. Now, if I'm outside and it's 90 something degrees, well, that's too bad for me. But if I'm inside and I have an AC, 87 is right where I turn it on. And just mentioning to you guys, I never keep my room lower than like 75, 76. So I'm not like one of those people that has to be like 60 degrees. I never keep my room lower than 75, 76, because if I did, I'm in a box. Because if I did, that would be way too much money being spent. The sun is cooking us alive. I guess Yago testing water safe at China market. Fillian is trending. Oof. Last time China had a heat wave, buildings and bridges caught fire and people's shoes were melting. Yeah, because of cheaping out. Hope nothing bad happened to Yago. Planned in China, but Coco didn't last long. And now she graduated and something could happen again. Yeah, Yago literally cried. He did. He teared up. In the interview portion, he teared up. And also, Kiru Coco said that in the meeting of when they were, when she was deciding to graduate, and she was telling them that she was going to graduate, and she didn't, she wanted to move on. She said that Yago apologized to her for not, protecting her, and he was choking up, and he was feeling sad that the fact that she was going to be leaving. Underestimate Coco's strength of will. She may have cried, but she did not break. No, she did not break. If you look at her now as Kei-san, she absolutely did not break. They did not break her strength of will. They did not break her desire to do bigger and better things. They did not break her. As much as they wanted to, they did not break her. Yep. Yago did. Yeah. Yago was interviewed by Coco as the last thing. Sad and funny at the same time. I'd rather be slightly chilled than having a heat stroke. Time to get some ice cream. Exactly. Time to get some ice cream. Oh my god, I love ice cream. Ice cream is perfect during these times. My computer is throwing 123 degree Fahrenheit or 52 degrees Celsius heat into my room. That is freaking insane. It is freaking insane. Unacceptable. I got a copyright strike for this. Like my last video, the reason why you don't see the chat in my last live stream was because they blocked it for the 4th of July special because I did this drunk history stuff. They blocked it. And I had to remove it in order for it to be seen. They actually blocked it worldwide where people weren't able to watch it. Pippa in anime. Pippa versus Kyoresu. Oh, him as childhood. Oh, God. Low effort clips. Yeah, low effort clips. Right here on YouTube.com. Sheena.move. All right, here we go. Remember, we always have...
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Kaskaru! Alright. We have So Wild. It's been that long. I didn't get too deep into VTubing until around last year. So after what happened, it is. Wish people could quit giving Flipsy attention. The only thing that's keeping her fed at this point, it feels like 102 degrees in my area. So I feel you on how hot it is outside. I'm on a snow cone. I want to be, as much as it would probably make me feel holy crap, I would love to have the ability to be in ice water right now.
The relationships between the characters are a lot more... What the fuck?
Ah!
I was watching that. How is it still on YouTube? I don't know.
I don't know how that's still on YouTube.
Put it back! What's this thing? What's this?
It's widely believed that a contractor possesses a cool, analytical mind. At all times, in all situations, no matter how desperate, he's able to calculate the most logical course of action.
Don't copyright strike me, don't copyright strike me, don't copyright Fugu. Thank you. Please watch Yojo Senki. He did a book club for it.
Awake at last, Mr. Cat.
Oh God! He nudie!
Is it because
He nudie!
Why are there so many naked people on today's stream?
So many naked.
Every time! I'm not around today. I'm not
Yeah,
fucking
Blast
around.
it might be a lizard's thing over there in China. Might be my lizard's tail. We could cut it off if things go bad.
Hey, Chad! Why is there so much naked?
Yeah, I did. I got hit hard. I had to remove it from the video, from the live stream, in order to be able to put it back on YouTube. Just character without doing a character, yeah.
Dubbing or something, but it was just a naked guy. It's just a naked guy. Jesus Christ.
How's my computer running? Slowly, I guess.
I guess while practicing, your content reflects the streamer. Jesus Christ.
I have a
Jesus
really
Christ.
ugly sneeze too, honestly.
Anime was a mistake.
Anime was a mistake, of course it was.
Hello. Hayoko pipis. Hello your peace. Okay, do you see the wheel?
What is that?
This
I found in the middle.
Yeah, so this is the will of the Devil's Advocate. It has a lot of topics. Can a
18 plus
VTuber with
VTubers are
an
next
ugly
evolution of
voice
female
be
people streamers on Twitch.
successful?
Very true.
The devil thinks it's impossible. What's the three most important things for the VTubers?
They have their spot.
It's
They have their
the
spot, but
model,
don't try to be
the
family friendly when you're not family friendly.
personality,
When you're
and
showing
the
boobs all the time,
voice. Like, you
that's
have
a little
to
bit less
have
than family
nice
friendly.
voice,
Remember, there's like
otherwise people
11-year-olds.
people just wouldn't watch the streams, you know? If you don't like the voice, people just wouldn't watch.
I think that the voice doesn't really matter, right? Because, like, you know, people watch, like, TTS VTubers.
But in the end, TTS is not the same as listening like an actual expressive human being explaining things to you, you know? Like with their emotions in the voice.
Emotional.
Well, I mean, what about
damage.
streamers that don't share their voice at all, right? There's a lot of VTubers. There's a one VTuber. She's on Twitch and she's in India. I don't remember her name right now, but she's like a corpse character in like a coffin. She doesn't even have like a model that like moves or anything. And she just doesn't say anything on the stream. So why
chaos, yes.
like to say that the voice matters is
Would you even consider that a VTuber if it has no bottle whatsoever or no voice, just text on the screen?
I think you're kind of moving the goalpost a bit here. This discussion was meant to be about VTubers with ugly voices. And what I'm saying is that if people without sharing their voice can be successful, then who is to say that the voice is an integral factor in the success of a VTuber?
Them together is chaos. Mumi is family friendly. Mumi is family friendly. People think the Kyoresu voice is a character, though it's probably just her with a Russian accent played up a bit. Yeah, she's probably playing up the Russian accent. That's probably what they mean by it. The hell is Pippa watching? She's watching anime. She's watching the beautiful things of anime. Let's look at Hime.
Ugh. Stuffy nose. Ugh. You're sick! New synchro intro. No! My mom does really good job of like instilling fear in me. I think that's why I have a kidnapping fetish.
Oh, whoa!
Because she kept telling me about kids that get kidnapped and like tied up and snatched away from their families.
I remember people would do that, yes.
I've told this story before. I used to play with Barbies, right? When I was younger. When you think play with Barbies, you think like, oh, Ken, let's go on this hot date together in my car.
Look, anyone could follow anyone for any reason that they want. That's the freedom that you have, being, you know, looking at content. I'm not gonna police people's looking at content. I'm just saying, if you are a LewTuber, don't ever say that you are family friendly, because LewTubers aren't family friendly. I try to remain as family friendly as I possibly can. There's sometimes I'm not, and I'll admit that sometimes I'm not. But like, if you're going to just be in like in a bikini, I would say that's not family friendly. The same thing that I would say like all the booba streamers in IRL aren't family friendly. Especially the ones that are like the hot tub streamers are definitely not family friendly. They should always be 18 plus, because there are like even though Twitch is supposedly and YouTube is supposedly 13 plus, there are 5-year-olds that pop up on both areas, and you don't want them to see booba all the time. I'm sounding like a prude here. Booba is natural, but some of the ways that the LewTubers go for the booba, just like some of the ways that the Amaranths and stuff go for the booba on the IRL side, yeah, it's like, yeah, if you're 16 plus, you can watch it, whatever. I don't give a fuck. But if you're like 10, I don't want you watching that shit. I can tell Zenny watch Cinder, yes. Cinder, see Cinder, look, you have Cinder who shows booba a lot, but she never pretends to be family friendly. You have Shy Lily, who never pretends to be family friendly. They show booba, or at least cleavage. Bao doesn't pretend to be family friendly. You know, you have Tricky V, who doesn't pretend to be family friendly. They know that they have their niche, and they don't pretend to be something that they're not. They accept who they are, which I am super proud of them for doing, and I support that 100%.
Right down Sunset Boulevard. That's what you imagine, right? No, I used to strip them naked.
Not only does she think kidnapping is a better fate, she fantasizes about kidnapping. That's something totally different there. It tells Zenny watch Cinder. Going to eat chicken fries and chili. Ooh, chicken fries and chili. Ooh, sounds delicious. Delicious. Cinder's fun. Cinder's hellhound, so she gets a pass for showing the good hell is hot. Age restriction exists, exactly. But there are people who show a booba and do all that kind of LewTuber stuff who do not put any age restriction on their channel. And they get angry. They get really angry. They go on Twitter and get angry when Twitch puts the age restriction. I know a certain group of people who do that. They don't put age restriction. Then when they get age restricted because, you know, the guidelines aren't being followed for age restrictions, then they get angry because they feel that they're being targeted unfairly. No, you're being targeted with an age restriction because you're doing age restricted type of stuff. It's just the way it works. They're doing it for advertisers. They're not doing it to be prudes. They're doing it because the advertisers are prudes. And the advertisers literally tell them, if you don't do this, we're no longer going to advertise for you. And that's millions of dollars that they lose. You have to think at it from a business perspective. People with 13 plus PG, even if you try to be 18 plus, off topic, technically Pokemon is PG-13 and stuff with corpo sponsors, though she still has a popular Reddit focused on her spicy visuals. The 18 plus thing is not a hard rule. True. It's that's why you put for mature audiences. The mature audiences won't restrict you to 18 plus, but it will restrict you to like the more than 16 plus, etc. You have to go through certain steps. You have to be, I think, verified in order to be going through the mature audiences.
They tie their hands behind their backs with rubber bands and hair ties, hang them upside down over like boiling vats of lava, and I make them beg for their lives.
Oh dear lordy. That is scary. That is just scary. Searching Google, how to find worn feeling comforter in sheets. Don't like the feeling of new sheets. Perfect Reddit result shows up. Are autistic women over 30? Oh god. Yes. Yeah, Hima would have anybody from Phase Connect would be a crazy friend to have around. Yes, age restrictions are an important thing.
Oh, I can talk about
the pregnant cosplay. Yes, we'll watch this one instead.
Royal
yes, age restrictions are a thing, and they're there for a reason.
Number 1, contains a variety of nutrients, vitamins, thiamine B1, riboflavin B2, may aid wound healing and skin repair. That's gonna be the main one. So TLDR, girls don't want to age.
Yeah.
Jelly keeps us young, and that's why we keep her locked up in a cage. How often do you harvest from jelly? Well, some of us twice a week, some of us just once in a while. But I say that at minimum, you should harvest jelly at least once a month for anti-aging properties.
Ah, okay.
Is that why Lumi's fingers are blue from eating jelly. Lumi is a little bit excessive in her intake. You know, jelly addiction is a real problem. It's a real problem in this country, phase world or whatever. And we're doing our best to combat it. But you know, when access is so easy, especially as an invader.
Of course, after the pregnant cosplay, yes.
It's a hard fight. It's a hard fight. The war on jelly does not end. The war on jelly does not end. Actually,
it will never end.
Actually, legalizing jelly actually helps with jelly consumption, because once you legalize jelly, you have to regulate it.
Okay.
But you know, some invaders just, they can't get enough jelly. You know, it's a real tragedy, and it's not as if the jelly is evil or the people are evil. It's the system, the fundamental need for jelly and the oppression of jelly eaters.
Yes. Yes? Question mark? I guess? Question mark? If I speak, I'm done for? What the heck? Let's go with Tenma clips. Let's see if not Theo has anything. 3 hours ago. There we go. She's a germaphobe. Kratos AI's disappointment in Tenma and chat. Oh god.
Women just get free buffs? True? True? The only downside about being a woman is, well, there's a lot of downsides.
There are quite a few downsides, yes.
I was gonna say something smart, but I couldn't really think of anything.
Nope.
Because it doesn't exist. What's the downsides? Well, if I say it, I'm gonna sound really sexist, so I can't. If I say it's gonna be all over for me. So yeah. No, I'm gonna die.
Say it, coward, say it.
It's literally be over for me. I'm gonna be sexist.
Downside maxing.
Women's sexist against women? No, I'm just sexist, full stop. Okay.
Even Bulma hate aging, that's why he gets Dragon Ball.
Mindset, you know, and I'm not sure if I'm right or if I'm wrong, and it doesn't really matter. I'm probably right, but the world isn't ready to hear the truth.
Oh god. Patrick's new video about the.
Something like that.
Yes,
so
yes.
Wait until the world's a
yes,
little
the
more
beavers.
ready
Yes.
for me.
Band of beavers. Yes, I did. I saw that one.
I mean,
we actually saw it on stream when it came out.
Some of the time.
Like the same day it came out. We saw it on stream. Or like the next day.
Because of how we look.
They freaking airdropped beavers, and it was freaking.
Right?
It cost them less money.
Gender rules that I believe in sometimes. I mean, it doesn't matter if you don't like it. You have gender rules, but I do. Jelly's so sexist. Doesn't matter what sex you are. She hates you.
She hates you equally. Yes.
I just hate people. Stop. Okay, I'll stop.
Sakana said stop.
Jelly ruining the company in the Jelly stream.
So much.
This is how it is. Yo, mama.
Yes, I'm gonna watch that though. I'm gonna watch that again though.
Autism test. Hope you pass the test, Michan. I'm not gonna pass the test. Treatable autism Asperger diagnosis scary device. Oh, I do have OCD. That has been confirmed long time ago. I have OCD. I have germophobia. That's something that has been, in fact, fact-checked and confirmed by specialists and doctors. So yes, I do have OCD and germophobia. That is something normal for me. She hates germa. Yes. No, I do not hate Germans. I do not. How the fuck did you end up with this fucking conclusion of me fucking hating Germans?
Save face from the woman, yes. Tenma is a fox, yes, I believe.
Jesus.
Have more VTubers. Than others. Some people have endless cursed lore. Yes.
Rs?
Gemmer.
S. Wait, how do you spell Jones? J?
G? No, G. G, it's G.
I'm not addressing the fucking Germans. Why would you hate me, Tenma? I don't hate no one.
Oh, fuck me, his fucking Jomon.
Oh god, there we go. Hell no. We're gonna watch the fat electrician. Why? Oh god. The Band of Beavers, as you can see, we watched it all.
This is easily one of my favorite stories of all time, and it is the epitome of it's not stupid if it works. Today we're talking about Operation Beaver Drop, that time that a bunch of World War II veterans that worked for the Idaho Fish and Game Department got assigned the task of relocating a bunch of beavers to a different habitat, and they decided that the cheapest, safest, most cost-effective way to go about that was to strap them to parachutes and throw them out of a plane. And we're gonna get into it right now. Let's get back to the video. All right, let's just take this from the top. Beavers, okay, one of my favorite animals. Why? Because I believe it is the animal that is most similar to humans. And I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, what about monkeys? What about apes? What about chimpanzees? They've all got thumbs and they poke shit with sticks and they eat bananas just like people do. That's fine. I understand that they're very similar to people, but beavers are the most similar to humans in spirit. We are the only animals on the planet with the audacity to walk into a new ecosystem and be like, wow, I hate everything about this. I could A, migrate, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go with option B and change everything about the world around me to make it suit me better and fuck everybody else. Now, do I enjoy the wetlands that beavers create with their dams? No, it's not my jam. However, game recognized game, because when a beaver sees running water and is like,
you gonna do this? Okay, fine. That's all I needed for him to do that, and it became personal with me.
it's no different than when it's July and it's hot out and I decide to turn my air conditioner on so I can domesticate the wind so that my balls aren't hot, okay? It's about changing the environment around you rather than changing yourself. Okay, it's just that species-wide main character energy of I don't need to evolve anymore, I'm perfect how I am, I'm going to evolve the world around me to some shit that I like more. So while I have a great childish respect for beavers, unfortunately for the beavers, between the 15, 16, 17, 1800s, their furs made dope-ass hats and they were really popular all across Europe, and the beavers were almost hunted to extinction for their pelts. Okay, and as I'm sure you can imagine, no beavers means no beaver dams means no wetlands, and no wetlands messes up the entire ecosystem. Okay, we can't have it, we gotta quit killing all the beavers. So the early 1900s, people realized this, they put protections on the beavers, and we quit trying to hunt them to extinction, and actually try to help encourage their population to build back up.
Yes.
Okay? Fast forward like 50 years, 1945, 1946, right around then, all the young men that went off and fought World War II are coming back home. They got a bunch of money from fighting that war, they want to get a wife, build a house, have some kids, do people things. So they start expanding, and one of the places this happens in is a town called McCall, Idaho, and they start expanding, and the town gets bigger and bigger, and eventually it displaces a bunch of beavers that have been out in the woods doing beaver things for hundreds of years, and these new beavers get displaced, and they go out and they start fucking up a bunch of farmers' fields and irrigation systems, and it gets to the point that the people in the town are just gonna start shooting these beavers because they're messing everything up. At this point, the Idaho Fish and Game Department, presumably also full of World War I and World War II veterans, steps in and like, no, we're not gonna kill these beavers. These guys are awesome. They do a lot for the environment. We're gonna take them. We'll move them somewhere else where they can thrive.
We're not killing beavers. We're just relocating them.
So here's the plan. They're gonna capture the beavers alive. They're gonna drive them as far as they can on roads, and then they're gonna
I have no clue how he gets these things.
Miles and miles into the wilderness where they're not gonna be near any humans ever. And this is a complete disaster pretty much from the start. They capture the beavers alive, stick them in a cage, throw them on a truck, try to drive them hours and hours into the wilderness. This is really hard on them because beavers, they're a lot like me. I like to sit in my house in the air conditioning. They like to sit in their dams in the nice, damp, wet environment to keep cool. Beavers can't keep cool on the back of an unair conditioned truck in the mid 1940s. A lot of them are getting heat stroke, they're passing out, they're dying, they quit eating, or they get super agitated and they're very combative the entire time because they're hot. Then even if the beavers do survive the truck ride, they're all pissed off and angry, and now they're getting strapped to a horse or a mule, and that pisses off the horse because he's got a bunch of angry beavers all over him, and now the horse is pissed off, and the whole thing just, it doesn't work. So now the Fish and Game Department is like, well, what are we gonna do? We gotta save all these beavers, we wanna get them up in the mountains so they can build their wetlands, it's gonna help protect the town from flash flooding, it's gonna prevent erosion, it's gonna be great for the environment.
Good stuff, good stuff.
Save
Good for the environment.
And one guy at the Fish and Game Department presumably is like, I mean, I got an idea, hear me out. We do have an awful lot of extra surplus parachutes from World War II laying around, and we've got a plane. Okay, now to us in 2024, this sounds insane, but you gotta remember, this is 1948, okay? There's no OSHA, there's no, like, rules and regulations, and it's in Idaho, which is basically the middle of nowhere at this point. Nobody's telling these guys what to do. A bunch of World War I, World War II veterans are like, huh, it's actually a pretty good idea, Jimmy. You know, it did work at Normandy, and the beavers aren't even gonna have Germans shooting at them, so I mean, pretty high likelihood they'll be fine. Let's try it.
Hot damn!
So, first order of business, we got to develop
from
a
an
box
high German
that
word, not
once it hits the ground and gets the beavers to the ground
brown.
safely.
Oh,
Pretty
really?
simple.
Really?
It's basically two halves of a box with some holes
I didn't even know that.
They weave the rope through. Once the parachute lands, there's no more tension on the rope. The box just kind of falls open. The beavers get out and start doing beaver things. So, first we're going to test it before we put any innocent beavers at risk. We're going to take some empty weights, put them in the boxes, go up in the plane, drop them over the practice field, see how it goes. Goes fine the first couple of times. Okay, let's try it with one beaver, just for practice. So they go ahead, they pick an older male. He's out of his breeding prime, potentially dangerous to some of the younger males. If something does happen, he's lived out most of his life. They name him Geronimo because they're a bunch of meatheads and that shit's funny. So they put him in a crate, they take him up in the plane, drop him off over the practice field from 800 feet. Geronimo makes it and survives. Now, obviously, we're not going to put all our beavers in one basket because of one successful test run. We need multiple test runs to be certain that this is going to work. And now that Geronimo is technically our lucky beaver, he's going to do it again. So he does. Geronimo does it again. and again. And again, and he keeps jumping, like more than 12 jumps this beaver makes. And by the end of it, the parks employees reported that Geronimo would actually run up to them and help them put him in the crate because he was ready to go again. This is animal abuse, and what if one of those boxes didn't open after the parachute landed? Okay, first of all, no it isn't. I've already went over the options. A, they could stay where they were at, being displaced, and end up getting shot by farmers for messing up their crops. B, they could spend days in transit on the truck and on a pack mule suffering and potentially dying. Or C, we could throw them in an airplane, fly them there in 15 minutes, and then throw them out the side. They can get their jump wings while they're doing their Band of Beavers reenactment, okay? It's literally the best option. Okay, secondly, why are you worried about the box not opening? Like, did you think about this at all? It's a pine box, and that's a beaver, okay? Literally the only animal in the animal kingdom known for cutting down trees with its fucking face. I have the utmost confidence that if one of those boxes malfunctions, the beaver is gonna figure it out.
You have a hand-cranked shave
that's
machine? Nice.
Delivery method, they develop a plan. They pick out a bunch of different locations all over this wooded area where they're gonna be able to drop these beavers off in groups of like 3 to 5.
Drop
2
my
males,
beaver.
3 females,
Don't
1 male,
drop my
3
beaver.
females, something
Or
like
drop
that.
my beaver. I don't know.
They're gonna be able to
Fucking
rebuild
what the-
their own little colonies, but they're gonna be spread out enough that they're not gonna congregate into one thing, and it's gonna be a humongous boost to the beaver population. This is what conservation's all about. So they get that all figured out. They have the plan in place. They know the delivery method. Now they just gotta go catch all the beavers. So they go back to town, catch them all. There's 76 of them. They take them back. They start loading them in crates, and they're gonna take them up in the plane and throw them out the side. And here's the best part about the whole thing. They filmed it.
Into the drop box. Nearly ready for that flight back into the mountain.
And this is where you can really start to see that this is a different time. I mean, look at this absolute Chad just manhandling this beaver into that crate with no safety equipment, no gloves, no eye pro, nothing. If this were modern day, that guy would have leather protective gloves up to his elbow. He'd have safety glasses with a hard hat, with a face shield, with a leather apron. He'd have 2 dudes holding his hand while he did it just to make the safety guy happy. No, this is just some angry war veteran throwing a beaver into a box like it's another 8-hour workday. It's fantastic. That's it. They get the beavers loaded up on the plane. The plane takes off. They drop all the beavers in their designated drop zones. 75 out of the 76 survived. I don't know how they know this. I'm assuming they had people on the ground at the different drop locations to make sure the boxes opened or that the beavers made it or whatever. But apparently the one beaver that didn't make it had somehow either slipped through the crack when the rope was loose or eaten his way out of the box after they let it out of the plane. And the beaver was last seen standing on top of the box with the parachute above him. And he probably would have been fine, except when he got 75 feet off the ground, he decided to jump.
Yeah, that was dumb.
So on one hand, that's kind of sad, but
beaver
on the other hand,
in a box.
you know, natural selection. If the other 75 beavers
yeah,
figured it out,
sugar are a type of squirrel.
It's probably on you. On a happier note, though, the boys at the Fish and Game Department decided to hook up their lucky beaver, Geronimo. This is posted in the Journal of Wildlife Management, Volume 14, Number 2, April of 1950. The article, Transplanting Beavers by Airplane and Parachute by Elmo W. Heater, Idaho Fish and Game Department, McCall, Idaho. And I quote, Geronimo had a priority reservation on the first ship into the hinterland, and that with 3 young females went with him. They had to hook up their boy.
Yeah.
And he made it. Apparently they went to check in on him a couple years later, and his new colony was, and I quote, very well established. And Geronimo was not unique in that, because pretty much every drop zone ended up turning into a thriving beaver colony in the following years, because they kept tabs on this entire thing. And not only did it work, it was also super cost effective, because according to this journal, the cost of transplanting one of these colonies was $30. It was $2 for the box, $16 for the surplus cargo parachute, and the flight time, man hours, and fuel totaled to $12, for a total of $30 per colony. And just to be clear, that's the actual crazy part about this story. It's not the fact that they actually had airborne beavers to go save the environment. No, that seems pretty reasonable. The crazy part is that these guys back in the 1940s managed to get the job done, have fun, and record it, and they did it for like $300 to $500. Because we all know in modern times, if they wanted to do this, there'd have to be like a 15-year-long environmental impact study that costs the U.S. taxpayers $25 million just so that the government could determine that if you drop beavers off in the forest, they will in fact do what beavers do. And then once the government goes ahead and says it is in fact okay to put beavers in the woods, it's going to take another 10 years for Lockheed Martin and Boeing to bid on the contract worth $100 million to relocate 100 beavers into the woods.
Is it just me, or was that the stupidest thing we've ever seen?
Sorry, I'm ranting. In conclusion, the moral of the story is, if
Step 1, airdrop beavers. Step 2, wait until the beavers steal firewood and toilet paper. Step 3, wait, yes.
Just let people do their job. Also, beavers are cool, and airborne beavers are even cooler, and this has been the story of America's Band of Beavers, the airborne paratrooper beavers that went in to save the environment. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is to buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack, bang, out.
Whoa! There we go. Now we're going to be playing
a single vagina joke in that entire video. I'm finally maturing.
Angry Beavers is a kid's cartoon, of course it is. I mean, that's what it would be. Now what I gotta do is, because I always like playing a little bit of games, you know what I mean. Like games that we could just chill and chat with. Oh! We have one more. One more.
Unusual
Never mind.
Behavior.
Stop it! Quit it, you. We have one more before we start doing this stuff. One more. You did put that out there, T-Man. We're gonna watch it before it's done. We're gonna be doing that. No worries. I just wanted to shut that thing up. There we go. Now we have one more thing. One more thing that we have to do. Where was it? Here we are. Because I do want to watch the things that you show. Chinese would probably just eat the airdrop beavers. Oh god. I mean, yeah, a lot of Asian cultures eat a lot of things that we wouldn't eat over here.
Here's how I'm gonna make the biggest prop weapon at Anime Expo this year because I'm currently obsessed with Kaiju number 8. I'm cosplaying as Captain Mina, so of course I need her ginormous Kaiju neutralizing cannon. It's gonna be about 7 feet tall when I'm done with it.
She cute
It's
though.
literally the maximum size according to Anime Expo's weapon policy. I'm building most of the cannon out of EVA foam because I want this prop to be as lightweight as possible. The front half of this cannon is basically just a giant tube, so once I did that, I could start adding details and more layers of foam on top. Here I'm tracing circles out of some thin 2mm EVA foam and then attaching it to the main barrel of the cannon. I'm using up a ton of barge contact cement for this project. It's really nice and strong, but make sure you have proper ventilation and PPE. To make things easier for myself, I made a little pattern for these ridging details that go up the length of the cannon, and then I carefully cut it out. I decided to make this insert so that when you look down the barrel, it looks like it's made of thick, heavy-duty metal. This is before I did the ridges, but I just want to show you that this is only half the cannon, and look how big it is. Next up, I have to finish working on the cannon, make the actual cosplay, make a Kaiju number 8 suit for my boyfriend. Follow and stay tuned for the next part. Here's how I'm gonna make the biggest.
No, that is freaking.
Right,
that is.
Here's how I'm
that
gonna
is
make
insane.
the.
Okay, wait. Now we got another one.
All right,
I'm going to build.
If deadbeats are a little too rowdy, I figured it out.
Yeah?
How to get them back in line. All you have to do is sing really cringe TikTok memes. So if the deadbeats ever bother you, just bring out the old yacht for the Rizzler, and they'll be like, no!
What did you say?
Sticking out your yacht for the Rizzler? You're so skibbity?
I don't know what that means!
I just want to be your Sigma?
I don't know what that means, Bee-Boo! Oh, no!
You don't have to know what it means. You just know that that is the key to making people behave, because they will absolutely hate it and want you to stop, and they will do anything to get you to stop.
I just got a message that says, Callie, please save us from pebbles. You want to explain this, Bee-Boo?
Cosplay is cool. Like cosplay. Cosplay is always good. Yeah. The Beaver tax. Yes. Loons at Beaver Lake. Over here, there's a huge cash reward for finding those who... Yeah, especially when it comes to migrating waterfowl. A lot of times migrating waterfowl, they're protected. Especially if if it's one of the pit stops, they're not protected as much, but if it's the final location where they're actually mating and doing their stuff, they're usually very protected there. TikTok meme brain rot, yes. Thank you, T-Man, for showing that to me. I appreciate you. Of course, like I said, I had to show it because you rarely ever ask for me to show one of your stuff, so I'm going to show it now, and I wanted to. Now we're going to do a little bit of trolling. Like I said, I always do enjoy having you guys around, and I am going to be going on to here into my rubber ducky buckets of fun type of thing. Let's see. There we go. So let's get started. Playing a campaign, quick match, all servers. And then I'm gonna go into the game streaming area and make sure that we have voice and video done correctly. Yep, voice and video is done correctly. Good.
These are not games of chance.
I am here, and I don't know why, but I am.
That's a witch. Hands back, guys.
Reloading.
There we go.
This is bad.
Shoot the witch! Shoot the witch! Shoot the witch! What are you doing? Shoot her!
Jesus.
Watch out!
Jesus Christ.
Keep moving, come on, keep moving. Just go.
He's touching me.
What the fuck did I walk in on?
Oh, he's at the peak one of those moments with me. It always does.
I'm fully convinced that you cannot say a single normal thing to save the lives. Like, I walk in, I was about to say something silly like, "What's good, Pedo Nation?" And then all I hear is Salvi saying, "He's touching me!"
Should have known by now, but that's just the way I roll.
Oh my god. That was fucking spooky, right?
Reloading. Reloading. Through this door.
Yeah, I don't really care about any of these. Ah, you fuck. Jesus Christ, he's going insane. Another tank?
Why the fuck can my microphone pick up my fridge? Picking up fridge noises. Hold up.
Thanks. I got a plan.
Okay, there we go.
Careful on these roofs.
I don't know what I gotta put this bitch in for.
Yee.
2 to 4. Man, fuck this. I'm gonna put.
Wait,
5.
what? Wait, to the what? Did you say to the horde?
No. Look. Okay, look. So I got Tyson rotisserie seasoned chicken breast strips.
Ooh.
It's telling me put 2 to 4 on a plate.
Ah, 2 to 4. That makes sense.
Like, bro, what's with these goofy ass numbers, bro? What the fuck am I gonna do with 4 pieces, bro? Fuck that. I'm putting 5. They can't govern me. What are they gonna do about it? Shoot me? Bro, they dead ass smell pretty good.
Oh, I have my mic muted.
Ah, okay. I was like...
Hello, Zara.
Hi.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Sounds awfully familiar.
Do I?
No, you sound like someone. You sound like one of my friends.
Oh.
Shit, I almost confused you for them the first time you spoke. If I didn't look at your username, I'll just call you a different name.
Why aren't there more? Oh, there they are.
Ironically enough, that ain't the first time that someone has thought that I sounded like somebody else. The funny thing is, someone used to think that I sounded like a YouTuber that would cover this specific cartoon that I used to watch.
Ah, okay.
Reloading.
Alright, the microphone is on. Bro, I swear to God, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I feel like I don't want to take naps, and then I lay down, and then I get comfortable, and then next thing you know, I wake up. It's like 5. It's like 5 in the fucking afternoon. Like, god damn.
I had a moment like that happen last night. The difference was I ended up taking a nap at 6 and ended up waking up at almost midnight.
Holy crap. Oh.
Yeah.
That's like I hate when sleep schedules get messed up that way.
I mean, mine's kind of been messed up since I graduated college, though.
That's happening.
Bro, fucking high school band messed up my sleep schedule because, like, for some reason, they decided to change up our practice instead of having them in the blazing hot afternoon after school. They decided, you know, we're gonna have them in the mornings where it's a little bit colder. I was like, okay, yeah, I mean, I'm down, but then I realized I had to go to sleep really early. I had to wake up really early just to get some good breakfast and shit. Like, bro, I did not want to do that. Yeah. So like after that, after marching season was over, my sleep schedule was hella fucked up, man. I mean, like, I would be waking up at 4 or 5, and then my parents would be telling me, "Get your ass back to bed." I'm like, man, I'm waking up because I got band practice, and then they had to remind me. No, you do not. You do not have fucking band practice. Band is over. I was like, oh. and still, to this day, I'll be waking up hella early, bruh.
Yeah, that does happen. You went to bed at 7 a.m. T-Man, damn. That's not here.
Hi.
Hello. So let's see.
Need to back in my room.
There we go.
Yeah, but those rotisserie chicken strips, we smell pretty good.
I mean, they're gonna smell good.
I like almost.
Damn. Where's my hand?
Stop it.
Oh, y'all want to know what I walked in on Salvi saying? He was all alone in the voice chat, and I joined, and I was about to do a silly introduction because I know he was streaming, and then I walk in, and he's over here saying, "He's touching me!" I'm like, damn.
Out of context is always funny.
That's glorious.
Yeah. Out of context is always gonna be the best.
That's glorious.
I have a feeling Salvi has no social filter at all. It's like non-existent.
I have some, but like I never turned it on for streams. It's better when you're crazy on stream.
No, I was at the mall. I was on a call with my ex while I was at the mall, and like, cause like she's all the way like across the fucking country, and I was like talking about like if we went to the mall together, you know damn well I'd be acting autistic as fuck. And then like I saw this couple sitting together. I was like, okay, I'm finna prank them hard. So I was thinking, I'm gonna act like I'm on my phone, and I'm gonna just be saying the most out-of-pocket, unexpected shit you could ever imagine. And I was thinking, what do I want to say that's hella out-of-pocket and hella unexpected?
Do I have to be over there? God damn it. I killed myself. I mean, go ahead and do it.
There's something one of my chatters will end up bringing up from a stream that I was doing. I was playing a Kirby game on my Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
And I was playing Marks. And the one thing that they will always try to bring up, if it's on their mind, is this one out-of-pocket thing that I said that I did not realize was out of pocket until I listened to myself.
Oh, that happens a lot.
What? It happens sometimes. Like, you just say out-of-pocket shit and you don't even think about it. Because it's that out of pocket, bro. I'm gonna vacuum my fucking room, bro. I swear to God, it's like stepping on the landmine with how many fucking water bottle caps I have laying.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My feet last night looked like it was off when mined.
Like, this guy's just standing there. He's intentionally doing it.
Oh shit. Thunder.
Oh, thunder. Yeah, thunder can be very scary.
It sometimes it bothers me, sometimes it doesn't, but I know like because it just so happened to thunder. It's gonna cause my dog to try going into my room because she's terrified of thunder.
Like my dog last night with the World War III that was happening outside was not happy. My dog was not happy.
It's the same with mine.
I'm so jealous because apparently my city police,
was awful.
they were like patrolling, making sure nobody was setting off fireworks within city limits because I don't know what the fuck that means. And yet I could still hear motherfuckers that like live right next to me lighting fireworks. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, it's not gonna actually do anything. They're not gonna actually do anything.
Same here.
Like, bruh, I wanted to go shopping for fireworks, but I had like $42 in my bank account. Man.
What were we saying, Nick?
Hope
What were we saying,
everyone
Nick?
is having
A good day today?
Yeah.
Kurosanji? What were we saying, Nick?
It was the same for me, except in my neighborhood, scene got out of hand bloody fast. One of them sounded like a gunshot, and everyone in the house heard it. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, it happens.
I'm not kidding. One shot in right gate. One shot in right gate. One shot in right gate. Direct gunshot. I'm not kidding.
No, yeah, that happens. Like I said, that happens.
I'm not entirely sure if she got super nervous whenever fireworks were going off, because the good thing, we kind of live in the middle of nowhere, so we don't live near no city limits. We ain't got to worry about all that kind of stuff. So people were firing off fireworks.
And a bit later on, at around 10 p.m., it was seen trying to get a little out of hand.
I mean, yeah, it does happen. I mean, I think it was 1:30 in the morning when they stopped doing the fireworks in my neighborhood. 1:30 in the morning, but that's expected. I was like, I just put on some music or something like that as background noise.
Fireworks, like, what the actual fuck?
I mean, it's once a year thing for me at least. Well, over here actually, it's pretty much almost all year round. Once the 1st of January happens, you start having fireworks, but you get used to it after a while. I mean, if you live in the city, you get used to having a lot of noises.
The 1st of January?
Are you crazy?
Man. Damn, man, I got barbecue sauce on my phone. Hold up.
Are you crazy?
It happens. I'm not gonna be bitching about it too much because I'm just like, eh.
Are you crazy?
How the fuck do I clean it, bitch?
Somebody about blew up my grandma's car.
Again.
They didn't just blow up your grandmother's car. It's M80s. M80s. Unless they actually put something in the gas can, that's exaggeration.
Almost.
It was okay. Okay. Let's see if it's Nick. Let's see if it's exaggeration or not. Was your grandma's car damaged? In any way?
Oh, but they were
no. Okay, then it wasn't almost blown.
I didn't hear it happen, but I didn't see it happen. I heard the conversation.
Dude, all over my...
I was tired.
But it's like, I can understand not liking fireworks, but of course, it's best not to exaggerate anything. It's, it becomes like hyperbole and things like that.
And my grandma confronted the person. Keep in mind, so I was about to head to bed and super tired, so I didn't see it. So keep that in mind, okay?
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I mean, like, for example, I've had M80s blown up near my car. I've had M80s blown up on my car. No actual damage happens. It's just maybe a little scorch mark, but stuff like that. Dude, it's just, it is what it is. When you live in a city, you're going to have people that are going to be a little crazy. As long as they don't actually cause any physical damage to any of my property, I just let them do what they're going to do. I'm not going to be going crazy over, this or that happening. Because,
get hit yesterday. I had to run away.
Well, I mean, it does suck being scared. Like I'm saying, it does suck when things are kind of a bit scary.
I had to hide. I had to take shelter near a tree because my mom did fire.
Yeah, the fireworks are. That's why in general, fireworks aren't allowed inside of cities because it is a danger not only to things catching on fire, but things also people getting hurt. People have had their hands blown off, and not hands, but fingers blown off for Roman candles, for M80s and things like that. Also, you can get hearing damage. There's a bunch of things. That's why it's always best to be safe, and that's why you wait for actual.
It's better to be safe, or you end up doing it out in the middle of bumfuck Egypt.
Yeah, exactly. And that's even that is safer than doing it inside of the city limits, of course.
I've seen a video down with viral, and it's a sad one though. It was at a rodeo. A bunch of stupid people fired Roman candles at cows. Like,
yeah, like
what
those
the
things.
fuck?
That's dangerous. Yeah, I do admit that is a dangerous thing to do.
The video went viral.
Well, of course.
The video went viral.
Of course, it's gonna go viral when you're pointing things at something that might make it dangerous. Of course, it's gonna go viral.
It got like, got like 50,000 views if I recall correctly. And
yeah, it's crazy.
What like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's crazy when things like that happen. Yeah, it's one of those things. I'm getting which one of these?
Dude, on the topic of fireworks, my whole fucking Instagram reels were just filled with like people with fireworks, and the whole when you're lighting fireworks and then the Mexicans pull up with their homemade fireworks named El Diablo, and then the big ass explosion.
That one was close.
Oh yeah, some people do have homemade fireworks. Those are dangerous as hell though.
One video that stuck with me, motherfuckers like got a helicopter and like tied some like big ass fireworks onto the bottom, and then they were just flying it at low altitude, just letting that thing go. I was like, God damn, what kind of fucking battlefield shit is that?
That's freaking dangerous.
I was like, what the fuck kind of battlefield shit is this?
Yeah, that's some dangerous stuff, honestly. That's where you have to worry about actual security of people.
That is the dumbest shit I have ever heard.
People be doing some crazy stuff when it comes to fireworks. They just want to have fun, but like if you do it in, like was mentioned before, if you do it in bum f nowhere, then yeah, of course it's gonna be fine. If you do it in the middle of the city limits, then you run the risk of kids getting hurt and others. That's why kids and fireworks never mix.
I feel like I feel like it's more crazier in the 4th of July.
But I also remember, like, whenever I was a kid, I'd be holding a sparkler. I never got burned with one, but there's always, like, the possibility, as long as you know how to be safe with it.
Yeah.
Also, apparently people try to fight each other with Roman candles.
Oh, that's something that's something that's been around for a long time. People be dumb in doing that stuff. Like seriously, it's been around for a very long time. Unfortunately, yeah, people fighting each other with Roman candles is like.
Wait, hold on. Roman candles are Roman candles are the ones like you light them and like they just shoot out like one by one, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I just like light those bitches up and I just start fucking walking around like I'm on op patrol, bruh.
Well, I mean, if it's between adults and you guys take certain precautions, it can be okay. But it is risky to do that to just random folks, and some people do that to random folks. That's the dangerous part, you know. Like, I don't mind if you do that with your friends because it's like it's with you and your friends. It's like you know, that kind of thing. But
I mean, I also remember when my brother was a teenager, he would have firecrackers. He'd light firecrackers up and he tried throwing them at his friends. Like they do that to each other.
God. Yeah, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. Let's see what's being said here. T-Man the Ferret, it's legal in the city we live in, just stupid with them, yeah. It can be dumb, T-Man, definitely. Even if it's legal, it can still be pretty dumb.
I do recall that a woman did make a nude for in a woman handle at on so I'm not sure what it's after women. There's very little info about that.
Yeah. Reloading. I get that.
About it. And she actually made a few cars swerve. Like I said, there's not much about the situation.
Oh my gosh.
Salvi, if you could have a gamer subs flavor, what would you call it?
Let's see. Smelling of nuts? I don't know.
Cause I got a fucking text message promoting the new Queso's nuclear bombsicle gamer subs flavor.
We don't have time for this. Get out.
I don't know. There's like many YouTubers that I watch that promote like energy drinks, like Russian Badger promotes gamer subs.
Yeah.
Rev says Desu promotes Advanced GG. Shit, man. And nobody I've watched has ever promoted. What was it? G Fuel.
I kind of want to get a sponsorship for Gamer Subs one day if I ever get my channel large enough.
Yeah,
just
I would
so
love that
it'd be
too.
worth it.
Where the heck are these people?
Dude, no, I remember whenever I was like starting off YouTube, like my ego was so huge. I was like hoping that I'd be the biggest YouTuber. I have all these sponsorships. I go to VidCon, have my own VidCon panel. I'd collab with all these other big YouTubers. I'd have my own flavors and shit. I'd have like fan mail and all this, like a merch line. And then my first channel got terminated for unknown reasons. Like literally, I got an email. Saying, hey, we reviewed your channel, something bad, you violated guidelines, so say goodbye. And it's whatever. I have a second channel now. It's doing a little bit good. I don't know.
Everybody grab some incendiary ammo.
I've been lucky in that I've never gotten a channel terminated. I have had copyright, like actual copyright takedowns and stuff like that occasionally, but no actual termination
I'm
stuff.
kind of nervous with like, because like I know I'm probably not gonna ever get to a point where I end up having something like that happen and my channel get terminated, but. There was like that one VTuber that ended up getting their channel terminated, and as soon as they like opened up their other channel that they already had before their initial termination. Like the situation like that would end up really wigging me out, because like I know like everything with YouTube nowadays is just more or less automated nonsense, so it doesn't help nobody.
It really is, yeah. It is unfortunate that there's just so much nonsense out there, even with YouTube. Like it could just.
Guns here.
I can only assume that it was they had been mentioned. They said that they had gotten a couple of the Taiga thing. They had gotten a couple of not strikes but warnings, and then like they were in the process of you know trying to
appeal them.
Yeah, trying to appeal them. And then boom, they got hit again. They just didn't even get hit with anything. They just were terminated. And then they were brought back, and then they were terminated again.
Yeah,
what the hell?
And I can kind of imagine or think that that might be a targeted thing there, because you know how some people will like do targeted.
Yeah, they'll do targeted things. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like. Because there's been a few channels that I know of in the past that ended up doing like had people doing harassment stuff and all this other, and there's even like a VTuber that I know. They're bigger than I am, but still like they're an indie. But they've also got like a few things with them. I think they got a couple of sponsorships and all this.
Yeah.
But they have had like a targeted harassment on Twitch from someone stalking them, and they've been getting like flooded with bots, with bot raids and all this other. And every time they end up raiding someone, the bots will end up flooding somebody else's channel. And I moderated a channel that has been raided before with the bots.
Yeah.
And it got so bad that somebody had to use, like, this person that I have helped do the moderation for in their channel on Twitch, they had to get Seribot to disable the bot follows. But
yeah, Seribot is when set up correctly.
But the bot's like banned user bot, it floods the whole channel chat, so it's almost impossible to be able to chat for a couple of minutes, and it sucks.
Yeah, I mean, at least they're getting banned.
Yeah. But like that's also like inflated the numbers of this guy's channel, and he's a flesh tuber. So.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't. It feels like almost every week there's something going on, like some.
It does
YouTube
feel like that. Unfortunately,
like YouTube creator drama. Like a couple weeks ago, we had the whole Master Uguay fiasco, and now we're having this Manny show because he's abusing the copyright system.
I have someone who has abused the copyright system against me as well, and actually done it against Ilara, done it against a bunch of other people.
Was it like a YouTuber?
He's a pretty much a troll. He has a lot of people who hate him, who really don't like him, and anytime he gets criticized, he gets angry.
No, like, dude, I've been criticized in the past by like some old friends. Like we stopped being friends. We had this drama. They've criticized me, and like I didn't even think about copyright striking them because I mean like they're just voicing their opinions on me.
Yeah, they're voicing their opinions,
whatever.
but not everyone believes that, unfortunately.
Like I don't get motherfuckers that abuse the copyright system. Like, do they not know that shit is illegal? And if it is found out that they are abusing it, they're going straight to fucking jail. They're gonna get fined. They're gonna lose everything they got.
They don't care.
Do it?
That's the main thing. They don't care. If they cared, then they wouldn't be doing what they're doing. Like he doesn't care. The person who copyright struck me, he doesn't care. He took down one of my videos, but like I said, he does not give a damn because in his mind, what he's doing is making my life harder, making it harder for anyone doing any kind of content creation. Because he's not only doing it for me, like I'm not the only victim of what he's done. He's also hit Ilara, another bigger, way bigger VTuber than myself. Hit her, hit a bunch of other folks. So he's one of those people that just is what a lot of people would call a pansy, what a lot of people would call just weak-willed, weak person overall that doesn't like criticism. Because what he did with me is that I was looking at some things that he had done negatively against others, and I used Twitter, I used other sources that I had gotten, just fair use. I didn't use anybody's videos. I used things that could be actively found on Twitter. What he did is he made it so that the specific video that he claimed that I used all of the stuff on, he claimed that I used the full amount of stuff on there from a video that he had. That video is, he made a copyright, like he made it trademarked, copywritten, etc. to the Copyright Office, and he's using that as a means to strike people. Now what I'm doing is I've just kind of been seeing how it's going with Ilara and other people. What I'm going to do on my days off is see if I can get into contact with a lawyer and just go after him for harassment and go after him for abuse of the copyright system. And it's going to take some money. It's going to take some time. If I need money, I'm going to do, of course, a GoFundMe, but I'm going to see if I can figure out a way to not have to spend a lot of money. But these things can take, several months. By the time, like, I win or whatever, it's probably going to be, like, my video is going to be reinstated, etc. But I want that win, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because it's unfair that someone ended up being this much of an asshole about it, and they have gone out of their way to, like, do, like, the whole harassment campaign and got your videos taken down.
Yeah. It's legitimately just harassment. Legitimately just harassment this guy did. And he's not only done it to me. Like, unfortunately, he's not only done it to me. Like I said, he's done it to others on YouTube, on Twitch, on Twitter, on a lot of other places. So it's not like I'm the only victim. Oh my God, poor me. No, it's a bunch of people. A lot of them are fighting back. The reason why I want to get a lawyer to represent me instead of doing this is because he is a bad faith actor. What I mean by that is he has released the docs of the people who, because what happens, if a lot of people don't know, is when you are in the YouTube system, if you get copyright struck, like the way I have, you have the option of course, responding to the copyright notice, and but the only way you can respond to a copyright notice is by doxing yourself, by giving your own personal information and making it so that the person who is doing this negative stuff have all your data, have basically your first name, last name, where you're located, that type of stuff. And that's not good for if it was a normal company, I wouldn't have a problem so much, but it's not a company. It's a dude that I know is a bad faith actor, a dude that I do not trust, a dude that I know will be spreading my documents out there. And he has gotten no consequences for this. I know this because the people who are fighting against him right now have mentioned, oh god, there's 2 of them. 3 of them, fuck this shit. Have mentioned how yes, he has docs that released the docs. He deleted it, but he released the docs eventually. He had released the docs himself on this whole thing. And I'm not going to mention his name because he tends to try to even knock down whenever his name is mentioned. So that is one thing where I'm going to be like, fuck it, type of thing. I'm not going to give him that satisfaction of being able to do that with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, bro, getting doxed is a terrifying thing. Like, I haven't.
Dude, one of these days, I hope that there's a person that's kind of stalked one of my closest friends for over like a few years now. And I'm just really hoping that it doesn't get to a point where they end up getting doxed and all this other stuff.
Doxing is really bad because it is, even though a lot of people are like, oh my god, it's fine. If you're a public figure, you're fine. No, the issue is with the wrong type of people getting your doxed. It's not necessarily the doxing part. That's partly bad, yes. But what's even worse is the wrong people getting your docs, getting your information. You know what I mean? That's where you have swatting and things like that pop up.
I end up imagining something like this in a situation like, for some people, like, how some people would end up getting doxed and it's so severe that they are in fear of their safety, in fear of people trying to find their home and all this other stuff.
Because that has happened before.
Imagine for like some people, and I'm pretty sure it happens a lot of time with some people, where it's so bad that like they feel like they have to move, but they're not able to move. They're not able to move away or leave because they just so happen to be like, they don't have enough money to be able to get a different place.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, get somewhere to go. So you're living with that fear that you're gonna end up having some stranger come into your house and do God knows what, and that's terrifying.
It is very terrifying. And here's the thing, the big thing, the reason why I want to get a lawyer to represent me instead, even if it's just a short thing, maybe a couple $100, because it's definitely going to be a couple $100 minimum. The reason why I want to get that is, like I said, if you have a representative, like YouTube even told me, it's like, sorry, we don't get involved in this kind of stuff, but you can have a legal representative, send the rejection request or whatever it is. I want that because that way it's the law office that has been doxed, not me. Law offices have, they're lawyers, for God's sakes. They have certain protections. They know what they're doing. It's less risky than having myself doxed.
Right.
And like I said, he's the type of person that I wouldn't put it past him to swat somebody. I wouldn't put it past him to. That's the type of person that he is. In from what I've seen, from my personal experience, from what I've seen from him, he is one of the worst type of people out there that is not trustworthy, is not someone that is someone you can actually have any kind of confidence that they're going to be doing the right things. You know what I mean? Unfortunately.
Dude, I don't know why, dude, there's been a recent occurrence in, I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but like, I'll just be chilling and then I get a DM from somebody in the random server I'm in, and they like, sweet talk me, and then like they bring up a whole, hey, I'm actually an artist and I'm doing art commissions with you.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of that going on.
Just now as we were talking, I got a DM from someone in Salvi's server, and they're like, hey, how are you doing? And I already know who the fuck, like, I literally do a whole fucking background check on them. Like, I look at when they join Discord, I look at when they join the server, like this person, Irafel, their account was made May 7th this year. Hold up, they joined the server just today at 10:13 a.m. They're brand new, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
What I do, I need to do a general rule of thumb: if I don't know you, I'm not talking to you.
Yeah.
Dude, nah, bro. One of my friends' accounts got hacked by like those, like, hey, I accidentally reported your account. Can you like talk to the guy? And like, nah, bro. You wanna know what I fucking did to this dude? I was like acting all scared.
Dude,
like,
one of my friends recently had a mutual account that we both knew. DM'd them saying, "Hey, I'm doing a game test. Can you go into this thing and test it out for me? Leave a review or whatever." It got them hacked.
Oh,
they ended up getting like all their computer information, all like credit card numbers, like all that kind of shit.
That's dangerous.
Off of the hack. They lost their account. They lost their account for a good bit too. Like, it really freaked him out.
Well, yeah. What were you saying before? What?
And the funny thing is, I got the exact same DM, and I just took a step back and I did not do anything, because I was like, it's been a while since I ended up talking to you, and you do not sound like yourself.
Yeah, I understand that.
Let's see.
Oh,
so my friend told me, you gotta contact official Discord support this guy. I was like, okay. And then I contacted him and I was like, please help me. I'm so scared of him shaking and crying and pissing right now. You gotta help me. And he was like, okay, so I'm just gonna have you email this. And I was like, so then I pulled the ultimate Uno reverse. I was like, I'll just talk to my friend. He works at Discord. He's like a head admin. I mean, hold on. Let me pull up there. Let me pull up the fucking DMs. I still have them. Hold on. It's here somewhere. Bingo. Okay, let's see. Okay, so like actually, I'll check with my buddy who's also a head admin at Discord, and they were like, "What do you mean?" So then I say this. So are y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this?
I've pissed the witch up.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and say, okay, so my pal said that you're being a dirty fucking scammer, and your IP is also being tracked. Your location has been grabbed. I know where you live. Your family is not safe. They will be killed. God. And also, you were getting reported to the FBI. So, you know, being silly. And then he fucking blocked me.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's understandable. That's actually something that I think I would block if someone did that to me too.
Like, bruh, like you come into, you try to take my account, I'ma fucking scare the shit out of you, bruh.
I mean, I can understand that. But,
dude, next time I might actually try that. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, dude, you should, but it'll scare them.
It's gonna be so satisfying.
You just gotta make up a, like, bullshit-ass threats.
For legal reasons, I do not endorse any of this.
Oh, yeah. For legal reasons, this was a joke.
This is all just, it's all, what is it called?
This is
Don't
kind
try any of this at home, folks.
This was all a skit, kids.
Yep.
This is all a skit. Yeah, we're all playing pretend right now.
Yeah.
Yes, and for whatever you do not try any of this at home.
Absolutely not, because it's actually illegal in a lot of places, to be honest with you. You can actually get like for internet crimes and such. So it's very, very risky to actually do that. So that's all I'm saying. Ah, God damn it.
Yeah.
I'm dead here. That's just hanging out here.
God, my entire feed right now has been related to the Fillian stuff.
Well, yeah, it's pretty big. Like, that's gonna be my next video. It's gonna be in the video.
What's been going on?
Gotta hit it while it's hot, type of thing.
Hold on, what the fuck is going on with Fillian?
There's a Nendo droid. There's merch being made for her little model thing, and
yeah.
Her model is a public domain booth model. It's one of those pre-made ones, and she's never credited the artist.
Not only that, she's never credited the artist. She actually has said at one point that it is a free-to-use one. It is a public domain one. She has mentioned that in the past. And she said that's why, like, people are like, oh, you know, they're using you in a game. How come you're not going after them? And it's like, I can't go after them because it's a free-to-use model. The issue that is happening now, from my understanding, is, okay, Cool. Use a free to use model all you want. Problem is, when you start doing actual commercial things with it,
Yes,
that is where you run into a problem, because that is you stealing their art for your commercial game.
That is the massive thing. And here's a post that's saying, TLDR for those who don't get it, Fillian uses a booth model or a pre-made model for her VTubing. Jingo, the creator, does not allow merch being made off of their models / characters. Jingo has never been contacted in regards to Fillian merch, even though merch of the model is against TOS.
Yes, it is against the TOS.
This is all coming up because they're trying to make a Fillian Nendo droid, but no one has contacted Jingo, and they are trying to get in contact with Fillian and the company about it.
So it looks like Fillian's actually gonna have to make her own original model.
Here, look,
or something.
Simple.
The thing is, like,
simple way she could
have done that she could have done that a long ass time ago. That's the thing.
Here's the way I said in mine, and I've already gotten flack for saying it when I said it online. Me being supposedly too soft on Fillian, that blah blah blah. I'm not soft on anybody, but what I said, being objective. Yes, it's technically stealing. Yes, it is, but I will not assign malice to something that can be very easily explained through just being ignorant. I see Fillian not to be someone that's like, oh my god, I'm attacking her her mental capacity or anything like that. A lot of VTubers, including myself, are not aware of the intricacies of getting things out there, like getting things out there through any kind of commercial means. A lot of us don't understand that. A lot of us probably never will. The main thing is, I think she had no clue what she was doing when it comes to that. It was like, oh, I can use it, fine, cool. And then, from then on, it was just using it in the regular way.
I could give her the benefit of the doubt in that regard, but she's never once, here's, my thought. She's never once credited it, and she has enough money that she's able to constantly replace a lot of the broken VR equipment that she uses, because her antics. She does all kinds of pratfalls and all this other stuff, breaking her equipment. She has the money that she could have already commissioned her own original model. And she's big enough now that she could just as easily made it could have just been her own. She could have just made her own stuff.
And the thing that I'm going to put in my video, I'm not going to go super hard because of course, as a news VTuber, I have to make sure to be as objective and as neutral as I can. So I can't go
There's nothing wrong with that.
There are going to be some people, I know specific people that are going to be like, oh my god, Fillian, what the hell are you doing? I know that they're going to make a video extremely clickbaity and stuff like that. I already know those people out there. But for me, what it's going to be more than anything is
just you bringing up the stuff on that and trying to do both sides of the table kind of thing.
Yeah, that, and the main thing that I have, the main point that I have that I'm going to be making, and I even made during the time in the stream when I talked about it, is easy way to fix this. Could have been done long time ago. Once you were someone that is big enough and you knew that you were going to be thinking about doing this, maybe go back to the artist and be like, hey, I'm thinking of doing some commercial things. What are your rates for using this design as a commercial rig? Because a lot of people are like, I just want 10% of profits or, of any merch that uses my design, which is fair. Some people are the smaller ones are 10%. The bigger ones are look, if you're making, it's 10% for the first $100,000 you make. And then after that, I want, if you're going to be making from 100,000 to $1 million, I want 30% after that. Because after the first 100,000, it's you've already made a lot of money. Start giving me something, because of the fact, okay, like I said in my video, there could be people who are like, yeah, that figure wouldn't have gotten popular if it wasn't for Fillian. But here's the thing. Did the artist benefit at all from Fillian being popular? No, they didn't. It wasn't like Fillian was like, this is my model, mama. Go, they did the favor of letting me use it for free and then go and this and that. They didn't even do that. So there was no benefit from them. for getting that, because some people are going to be like, oh, but you know, if it wasn't for Fillian being so popular, you know, no one would have known about the model. Hell, people still didn't know about the model. They didn't know because she never put out who was the model
for the
mama.
longest time, I didn't realize that it was just a free to use model.
I had no clue either.
Like my.
Yeah, I've been playing VR chat for quite some time, and like I've seen it around some places. I was like, oh wait, hold on, that model looks familiar. Oh, that's Fillian's model.
But then again, like, here's the thing. It's not the first. Here's where the issue starts rising for me, and then I think I mentioned it in the video that I was doing. Is it's not the first time she's done commercial stuff with it. With the model. She's done it with the GG.
The first time, like
I
remember the games thing that came out with the saying it specifically as Fillian, right?
Yeah, exactly. She's taking credit for all these things, and that's not good. That looks very poorly on Fillian. That reflects very poorly. Easily, what could easily be done, but easily should have been done, is once you started seeing that you were possibly going to be going and doing, you know, commercially viable things, if you got a free model, you're gonna assume that other people have that model too. You're gonna, like, I always assume, and this is me not being anywhere near the size of Fillian, not being anywhere nearly as savvy as someone like Fillian should be, or even Mythic Talent should be. I know that if I got a model from someone else, and I'm going to be doing, you know, any kind of art or any kind of thing, and I'm going to be doing something commercial, I have to get an agreement with them to do it commercially. If it's just because 99% of them, and whether it be VGen or whether it be whoever it is, they will say, yes, you can use it for your own personal stuff. Just don't do anything commercial with it, because at that point I want royalties, and that's perfectly fine because they worked hard on it. And it's kind of like, a lot of them also, there are some that are a little bit more expensive. The more expensive ones tend to be like, yeah, I give you commercial rights to do this. But once you go for free models and free to use models, you're going to assume they don't want you to do commercial stuff. In fact, 99% of them mention outright, this is not for commercial use. This is for personal use. And that's where Fillian messed up. And that's where her team messed up, whatever team she has. That's where now they have to fix things. They have to, or else they're screwed. They're absolutely screwed. If they don't fix it now, they're absolutely screwed.
Yeah, and I even ended up like replying to someone that I follow, because he ended up posting about it. Like, this is what I ended up saying. Here's something that I don't get. There's already been merch and game promos with Fillian's name attached to the model. Is it purely from the numbers that no one's bothered to crack down on it till now? And then he replied, if you look at it from the artist's perspective, this is a really tough fight. They likely didn't want to say anything for a while out of fear of being harassed by Fillian's fans.
Because they're probably going to be harassed right now. I'm going to be honest with you. Knowing how parasocial some fans can be, they're probably going to get harassed. It's really unfortunate. But yeah, they're probably going to get harassed. A lot of people are supporting them because, in general, people support artists. In general, people are going to support...
The Nendo Droid promo actually got community noted, too. It got community noted.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I don't see Good Smile Company as being the type of people who would... try to ignore this or try to push it under the rug. I see Good Smile Company because of the fact that they seem to be very, at least from my own little perspective, they seem to be a good company, good corporation. They seem to be the type of people to go and try to do things the right way. I don't see them as trying to push this under the rug. I'm pretty sure that they're going to be, now that this is out there. The thing is, if this hadn't gone out there, easily the message, her message, could have gotten lost in translation. Just could have gotten lost. Mm-hmm. Her message could have just, like, because she said she sent message to Fillian themselves and sent a message to Good Smile Company, which is good. It's very good to see. The thing is, Good Smile Company, of course, is a giant corporation. They have unless you put it in such a way to kind of scare them, they are not a lot of times going to be listening to you. a lot of times they're not going to pay attention to you. Like if you say legal notice or something like that, then yes, it could possibly put in there. A small creator like that probably won't get any kind of recognition unless they have the big push that they're having now.
Yeah, and I think, and I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure because of, I'm not fully sure how much this will matter in the end with with a lot of people speaking out against this for happening, because it's scummy that the artist has never been credited and they've never gotten any kind of royalties or anything of that sort in the long time that Fillian's used the model and has done commercial stuff with it in the past. That's messed up. But I hope that if something happens and like it's not done proper, like they don't do proper by the artist, that the pushback is going to inspire them to do something.
Yeah, it will. The thing is, if the PR right now is really bad, PR is a disaster for Fillian right now. It's a disaster for Good Smile Company. No matter if they knew or not, it is a PR nightmare right now. And what's going to end up happening is, in order to prevent the PR nightmare, if they don't want to pay royalties, what's end up going to happen is that they're going to cancel the Nendoroid more than likely. And that's that. I don't think that Fillian's going to be able to ignore this, because I know people are going to go into her chat talking about this. She's not going to be able to ignore this. I'm going to be making a video of it. Pretty much every single person involved in the news field with VTubers is going to be making a video on it. I already know of several people who have already made a video on it. And that is going to be as a VTuber myself that does my own PR, it's a disaster to deal with that. The only real way you can fix things is show some proof that you are trying to make it right. If you try to ignore it, it will not go away, because it's only going to get worse for you. It's only going to get more people, clamoring for more justice. It's going to seem like a large VTuber is trying to hurt a small artist, which never looks good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the big issue that's going to happen there, and that's where Fillian is going to have the big risk. That's where it's just going to be really, really bad for Fillian overall. And that's where I think personally. Go ahead. What are you gonna say, Nick?
What's wrong?
What's going on?
Sorry, it said that I've been trying to talk the past 30 minutes, and you guys keep talking over me.
I did not hear you talk.
Yeah, I don't think either of us did heard anything, to be honest with you.
Maybe something was wrong with your mic. Like, you could even go back in time into the YouTube and take a look at it. Because every time
you guys kept on interrupting me.
Every time you were trying to talk, we're trying to.
So I was getting frustrated.
Okay, well, if you felt that way, I do apologize. But like I said, I didn't hear anything. So from my end, there was no talking on your side. If it did happen, I do apologize. Because, it's never supposed to be that way. But I do apologize. But what I am going to be doing right now is, again, like I said, Nick, I am sorry for that. I'm sorry that you felt that we weren't allowing you to talk. But I am going to be going into the just chatting section and then just finishing things off. Thank you guys for being here and chilling with me, chatting with me, just, hanging out. Really appreciate it. Latest. Alrighty. So, the Fillian thing is an interesting thing to see. We are going to, like I said, go into the just chatting. And I also need to quit this freaking game. Let's go. Exit to main. Okay. Let's see. Oh, game capture. Not good. Let's see. Let's see here. Oops, sorry. Trying to go into... didn't see anything here. See, there's nothing. There's nothing even in the game chat, the game streaming chat. So yeah, I don't know what was going on there, but I didn't hear him. There's probably many reasons why I didn't hear him, but I didn't hear him. We were talking about our own thing too, so it kind of could have been like him interrupting as well, or feeling like there was interruptions as well. So I do appreciate that he mentioned something at least, and he did seem frustrated. So I'm sorry about that, but let's continue on. We're gonna move on to taking a look at thighs, of course. Wait. No, we don't have enough time for that one. Do we have enough time for this one though?
Yo, mama. You wanna say hi to Miguel O'Hara? Wait, I'm kind of curious. Hold on a second. Is there any Kratos? I have not checked.
Oh god, there's Kratos. There's always Kratos. There's always Kratos.
Good day. Here to make life a little less complicated.
Oh, wait, this kind of sounds good.
Okay.
This is my first chat with Kratos AI. I'm kind of nervous.
Of course
Hello,
you're gonna be nervous.
Kratos. How are you today?
Who the hell are you?
I'm an internet sensation, folks. Anime girl. Nice to meet you.
Anime girl? What?
Yeah, I'm a streamer.
Kratos eyes you up and down.
Not the roleplay!
T-Glass possibly have the skills to play. All I can imagine you playing is Grumble Animal Crossing.
Anyway, I'm doing this stream right now to my viewers where I do super chat reading. I read the donation they keep giving to me. Do you want to say hi to my viewers?
You're asking me to say hi to your viewers? Grumble, what is the purpose of this?
Grumble? Grumble?
Money.
He crosses his arms, so you just sit at your PC, talk to the audience, and make money? Grumble, what nonsense?
Grumble, what nonsense?
Yeah.
Grumble, what nonsense?
Give you money for doing this?
Why am I arguing with you about me playing games?
I just cannot possibly fathom that people would spend their hard-earned money on watching a stream of you doing nothing but talking. What do you do for this stream of yours?
I'm reading viewers' messages.
That's it? Grumble, you just sit and read donations?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give you money for doing that?
Yeah.
Grumble, unbelievable. I never would have thought that people could make a living just talking to a camera and reading donations.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Personal stuff, man. Personal stuff, man. Of course. Oh, that drunk history is what got me in trouble last time. So yeah, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for chilling, chatting, hanging out, everything involved in everything. Appreciate you. Hello, Sayus Fan-san. Yes, yes, you're on time. You're exactly on time for me, for me to end everything. How was your day? Look, before we leave, before we end everything, you already know I usually do end it around this time. How was your day? Is there any new news about? I know Sayu's gonna be having. Wait, is it today or tomorrow? It's tomorrow, isn't it? Saturday. I think it goes until the 6th, the 7th actually. So it's tomorrow. Today, tomorrow, day after the whole Sayu synchronicity meet and greet, fan meet and greet. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. I think it's tomorrow. There has been a lot of drama. A lot of drama. One of them has had to do with Fillian. Thank you again. I think I mentioned it last time, but I'll thank you again for the tier 1 that you gave me for Sayu as well. Remember, also, Sayus Fan-san, I do this thing in the afternoon as well. I'm going to be putting out my video very soon. I have to do the VTuber showcase there. I need to see how many people have responded to my VTuber showcase request and start putting more people through. There's 7 responses so far. So let's take a look at who has been responding. since I do about 2 a day, I'm gonna get through these pretty quickly. I've already done 2 so far. 2 so far. Where you get the chance to shine. Let's see. I've already done Claire, and I've done number 1 and done number 5. I need to keep track of everything that I'm doing. My day was good. She had a scuffed stream, but the 4th of July killed her stream. Oh. Okay. More than likely, yeah. There's a lot of noises that can happen with 4th of July happening. There's also, just in general, a lot of other stuff that can be going on. You know what I mean? That's the issue. There's a lot of other stuff that can be going on with internet and, well, dog. I think she has a cat. She has several cats. I know she has at least one cat. And sometimes animals, cats, dogs, etc. have issues with people, you know, going and blowing things up around them. So that's one big issue that does happen. My dog was freaking losing their minds. Was absolutely losing their minds today. Absolutely. So I'm doing more indie showcases. I'm going to be trying to show a little bit of indie VTubers, since I do have, you know, I get anywhere from 5 to 20k views on my videos, so I do want to give something back to the community. You know what I mean? Of course, everybody, take care, be kind to yourselves. Sayu's found son, thank you for popping in. I'm glad I was able to chat with you a little bit as well. Hope that your 4th of July went well. Hope that your 5th of July is going well. Today's my brother's birthday, so I said, you know, happy birthday to him and all that kind of stuff. So, we're going to continue trying to have fun. Gonna continue to try to enjoy our days. And, of course, hydrate, get something good to eat. Do other things to take care of yourself, because you do matter. It does matter for you to actually take care of yourself. Let's see if anyone that I know is actually streaming right now. Take a look at that. Let's see, monetization. No, not monetization area. The redirects. Let's see. Chio Chompy is doing Phasmophobia. I haven't done Chio Chompy in a while. I've done other folks, but Chio Chompy I haven't. Don't forget to hydrate. Yes, don't forget to hydrate. Thank you for lots of love. Lots of love, Sayu's found son. Lots of love. Love from me as well. And a head pats. You get the head pats. You get head pats, and then you get hearts. You get head pats, you get hearts. Take care of yourself. Remember one very, very, very important thing. As I try to find a place to send you guys on the Twitch side, you are all way more important than you ever give yourself credit for. Remember how valuable you are. Remember how beautiful and wonderful you are. Do not let anyone else dictate your strength, dictate what kind of person you are, dictate the kind of power that you should have anywhere. You know, just remember, you guys are amazing people. You guys do deserve the best in the world. And I try to give you as much as I can while I'm here. Thank you so much for being here, of course. This is the Mad Salvi, saying take care of yourselves, be kind to yourselves, get yourself something to eat, which is what I'm going to do after I'm done with this. And have a good one, everybody. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye. Arara, mama. Bye, honeys.